after 2 to 3 days, the soldiers themselves go to report of the evidence of the resurrection. That is why they think there was no way the apostle would have come to steal the body, right? So the evidence of the empty tomb is a testament that Jesus resurrected from the dead. That is the first evidence. The second evidence is eyewitnesses. Eyewitnesses. There is nobody in their right mind who is ever willing to die for telling a lie. Like they know this is a lie.
There were no eyewitnesses to his resurrection.
There are eyewitnesses.
No, there were no
The
eyewitnesses.
Bible records
to
that
his resurrection.
after his resurrection,
there were no eyewitnesses. There were
over
no
500 people saw him, and they were willing to honor life because of that testimony.
Listen, what they saw, right? According to the book, apparitions. They saw a man talking to them. They didn't even recognize him, right? But the moment he resurrected, that very moment that the resurrection took place, nobody saw it. Nobody witnessed it. There are no eyewitnesses to the resurrection. Maybe the events after. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Events after the resurrection, right? Maybe we can say, okay, they saw him after he resurrected. But for the actual resurrection itself, no eyewitnesses. Who was there that saw him translate from death back to life? If you can find that person in the book, then you can say that there were eyewitnesses to the resurrection. You were eyewitnesses that saw
to the resurrection. So to answer your question in twofold. First is the Roman soldiers, like I told you earlier, that went to report to the high priest, according to the book, what has happened. And secondly, and most importantly, to counter your first point, right, is very simple. People who hallucinate, they hallucinate without physical contact. However, as reported in the book,
please, can I contribute to this opinion?
They not only saw him, they put hands inside his body. Right, they ate fish with him, and so on and so forth. So it is not just hallucinating. There was a physical experience.
1 second, please, guys. Let's not bring up any more friendlies, just so that we'll be able to get conversations going. Otherwise, everybody will want to say something, and then there will be no opportunity for people to speak. So I think we've got enough of us for now. Where did Raskilo go? Raskilo, where did you go? And hello, Vessel of the Sun, and hello, Jules.
Hey, Afro. I just wanted to quickly say that there's a contradiction. Well, I think 3 or 4 contradictions about the resurrection of Jesus. Because I think one of the books says the 2 women saw him. The others say the stone was already rolled away. It's just confusing. I'll look up all the different verses, but there's contradictions. So if it was hallucinations, why is it that people... why is it, if it was not hallucinations, why are there different accounts of what happened after the resurrection?
Should I respond to that?
Did you want him to respond to that question, or was it a question?
Well, he's just going to say some BS, but whatever he says, he's just going to be arguing with what's in the Bible. Because what you find, the account you find in Matthew is different to what you find in the other books that talk about the resurrection. So if he wants to counter what I've said, he will just be arguing with the Bible. So it's up to him what he wants to do.
So on a good day, I wouldn't have even answered these objections because they have been answered, but there are over 69 persons here. So, and most of them will be Christians. So for their sake, let me just throw in what I want to tell you. There are over 68 persons here now, all right? So if you call the 68 of us to narrate what has been happening on this live in the last 30 minutes, they will give different accounts. It doesn't mean we are contradicting each other. So that Matthew told the narratives differently and John said something different and they said all things differently does not mean it is a contradiction. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
Are you saying all of them went to the tomb at the same time and wrote down different accounts? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's the case, why is it that in Matthew, he's not talking about whoever else was there? He's talking about specific people being there. When you read in Mark, again, he's talking about specific people being there, not Matthew, not anyone else. So if you're trying to tell us that these are eyewitness accounts written differently, then you're lying to us.
Like I said earlier, I wouldn't even answer in the first place because you're not here to listen. And
I don't need to listen to you. Like I said, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say about this, you're arguing with your Bible. You're not arguing with me. You're arguing with your Bible.
73% of us in this place will tell what is happening in this life differently. So we add some facts and miss other points. Doesn't mean we are contradicting each other or that this live session did not happen. So it's as simple as that. Thank you. Meanwhile, you as a woman,
you're talking about the inerrancy of the text of the Bible, of the book. So how on earth then, if Jesus knew that this was going to happen, that everyone will have their own different account of his resurrection, why couldn't he take better measures to leave behind one solid, proof book that no one can interpret and no one can, come with their own perspective?
Okay. To answer you very simply,
hold on. You realize that Jesus didn't tell them to put a book together.
100%, I agree with that.
So why is there even a book?
So to answer you very simply,
why is there even a book?
The second question.
When Jesus,
I heard you the first time. I'll answer you the first.
Just hold on, my guy. Hold on. Let's see. You said.
Can I list the contradictions? Because what he's saying doesn't make any sense. Right. With regards to who went to the tomb, Matthew names Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, but Mark mentions Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome. Luke mentions Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and others with them. John mentions Mary Magdalene as going to the tomb alone, although later uses the plural we in John 20 verse 2, implying she was with others. Right? That's a really ridiculous mistake. And then when it comes to the stone and the messengers, Matthew describes an angel rolling the stone away after the women arrive, accompanied by an earthquake. The other gospels simply state that the stone was already rolled away. Matthew and Mark mention one angel or a man. Luke and John mention two angels or men, right? Matthew and Mark say the messenger was sitting on or inside the tomb, while Luke and John say they were standing. When it comes to reporting of the event, Mark 16 verse 8 explicitly states the women fled and said nothing to anyone because they were afraid. Matthew, Luke, and John all report that the women left the tomb and immediately ran to tell the disciples. Which is it? The first appearance, Matthew states that the resurrected Jesus appeared to the two women on their way back to tell the disciples. John describes Mary Magdalene standing outside the tomb, crying before Jesus appears to her.
Right.
Make it make sense. And he had to run.
Of course he would run. Of course. I mean, I don't know if he's run or his network or whatever, but yeah, it's crazy. And to think that the book says if that Jesus character did not rise from the dead, the whole religion, all of it is just crap. If Jesus did not rise from the dead, then you believers, you all are joking. Not according to us. This is according to, what is his name? Paul. When Paul was writing in 2 Corinthians 15, he said, of all people, right, that if Jesus did not rise from the dead, the believers of all people ought to be pitied. You are to be pitied because you have chosen a false savior, a false character in a book. It's absolutely crazy. And so people need to you need to go and do some more work trying to, figure out whether this your Jesus character existed. "2 minutes to grave. Now waiting you day and mouth still they run." Each time, it's 2 minutes to the grave for you and your mother, your own generation. 2 minutes to the grave. Good do.
2 minutes to the grave and you still believe in bullshit.
2 minutes
Spend
to
your
his
whole
own
life
grave.
believing in bullshit, and you're 2 minutes from the grave without freedom.
All your generation, your mama, your papa, your brothers, your sisters, everybody. They 2 minutes to their own grave. Instead of you to come and let's have a proper conversation, you come with insults. You come with insults. 2 minutes to the grave. Now you sabi 2 minutes to the grave. Now your mama go soon enter. Don't worry. We will do GoFundMe for you. See na pussy you won't buy. We'll go do GoFundMe. Don't worry. 2 minutes. Anyway, do we have any other Christian here? Let's see. Legion of Demons. Hello, Legion of Demons. Good to see you again. Where is that guy? Is he request? He should come back now. How can you just run like that? Now, so they do. Is that how they do? They just start the conversation, and as soon as you can't answer, you just run away. So far, so good. We're having a decent conversation. So far, so good. We're having a decent conversation. And like I usually say, it's either your God exists or he does not exist. It's one of the two. We can decide to debate from now till next year. We can choose to, throw jabs, throw insults, or whatever. Your God either exists or he does not exist. So at least you should be wanting to know. You should be wanting to, at least have that information so that you're not fooling yourself, believing in something that is not true. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's see. We've got as how. Hello. As how. Hello. Is that person there? Or they're not there?
So.
Hello, Methuselah. Please come up if you are a believer. The question is, what has Jesus actually done in Africa? I saw the return of Success the Fearless. I have a question for you. I saw on your profile the other day, you say you debate Christians, you debate atheists, and the answer is what was it? You said the answer was awaken. Awaken. Not an atheist, not a Christian, but awaken. Can you explain this, please? Hello, Peter Augustine.
Greetings.
Greetings. So I hope I'm not wrong in what I'm saying. You said you debate atheists.
You are not wrong. I said I am not an atheist. I don't do belief system.
No, you say you debate atheists.
All right. Maybe somebody said something that made me say so because
it was written on on your page. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up. It's on your page.
Okay.
It's one of your posts.
On your page. All right.
Give me a minute. Okay, so minutes. I don't believe. I don't do believe. I am a realize. I'm awakened, not an atheist. Belief makes you blind. Belief makes you unintelligent. To the Christians, do you know that Jesus lied to you? No, there was something else I saw. Something about debating atheists. I mean, it's not a problem. This isn't a challenge at all. I'm not, I'm just curious, what sort of debates do you have with atheists? That's all I want to know.
Good morning, good afternoon. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on. I see the Mr. Sex, the fearless guy, the oldest man on TikTok. All right. I want to start a new program, and this program I will be debating all the atheists and all the religious people. I am an awakened, I am not an atheist. And sometimes people see me and they don't even know where to put me in. And I discovered that some of the atheist friends I have, they think they have discovered that I even question things they do, and now they see me as in. I even watched one video where somebody was saying, I talk here, some of people talk here because of money. No, I don't do that, okay? I want to prove to myself, I don't want to prove to you, I want to prove to myself that I understand every strategy and everything that people are using to manipulate people, all right? Every single thing that people use to manipulate people, I understood that, all of them. So what is there is that I will be debunking the atheists and also the religious people to bring them into awakening. Understand? This awakening program is a serious program, right? It's not a program that you come and think there is something to believe in. It's not something. Rather, it will help you on what you believe. It will help you on what you believe. Understand? So that your eyes will open, so you will not be a victim to the people misleading you with what you believe. Understand? So even though I don't subscribe to any God, I will be debating all the atheists and all the religious people on my next program. Right? I supposed to be live, but there is no data. I did not subscribe. Okay? Can see you guys when I subscribe. Right? Please, all the awakening, take up the challenge, get yourself prepared. You are going to be debating success, the fearless guy, the oldest man on TikTok. This period, right? Thank you guys. See you when I come. All right.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like the way forward, according to this, is the awakening program.
Yeah, according to this particular video, I made this video when an atheist came putting Bible upside down, trying to prove what he doesn't know in the Bible. And then when I tried to correct the person now tried to tell me that he can debunk me even though he doesn't believe in anything. And I told the person that even an atheist is a belief system, and
That's some simple truth.
Okay, if you say atheism is a belief system, what do atheists believe in?
Atheists acknowledge existence of God, just that they don't accept or believe it. So the word atheist simply means not believing any God or any kind of God. So it means they acknowledge that God existence, but they don't accept his word or his instruction.
If you're an atheist, in the comments or up here, and now guys, I know that not everyone likes labels. Not everyone likes labels, but an atheist is simply someone who does not have a belief in God or gods. Yeah, you just don't possess that belief. So if you're an atheist and you somehow have a belief in God, can you indicate? Let's see. Let's hear you. Who is the one? Who are these atheists that acknowledge? Did you say acknowledge or they believe in?
Yeah, they don't believe in God, but they acknowledge the existence of God.
Afro, I'm quite confused because joining, I used to go up on Success's live stream quite a lot. Yeah. When I used to see it coming up on my FYP, right? And listening in to some of his live streams helped me to deconstruct. And for him to say this, it's a bit questionable. I don't understand how he decided to take this stance, because this is not the stance you've always had, Mr. Success.
Yes, just like I said, some people come to my live stream and they claim to be atheists, and they also try to debunk and question the things I do. So I try to make them to understand that I am not an atheist. I don't accept God's existence. I don't even acknowledge existence of God. But atheists are people who don't believe.
We don't acknowledge. We don't acknowledge the existence of God.
All right.
There is as far as an atheist is concerned, an atheist does not acknowledge the existence of God. God, where? How? Well, now they see him.
All right.
I think you are getting the definition of an atheist wrong.
Sis, can I ask Mr. Return a question? Ma?
Yes, you can.
Mr. Return, please, what do you mean by acknowledgement? That atheists acknowledge the existence of God?
All right. When we say
Legion, just 1 second. Legion, do you want to have you want a question as well, Legion?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a question, so I'll wait for them.
All right. An atheist is one who don't believe in God or any God. Is that correct?
That's right. But the acknowledgement part is what I'm asking you to clarify.
When you say acknowledge, that means, let's say now we have President Tinubu. I don't believe in him. That doesn't mean he does not exist. All right, Christians.
That's not what acknowledgement means. That something exists doesn't mean. No. Acknowledgement is the fact, accepting that something is true,
exists,
right? You know. So deep down, me as an individual, if I don't accept, the reality is what really. If I don't believe that an atheist doesn't operate on the system of belief.
Can you finish your statement? If you don't believe what?
An atheist doesn't accept, it doesn't operate in the system of belief. It's an atheist operates in the system of knowledge.
Exactly.
So exactly. So an atheist, because even in your Bible, it said belief is an evidence of things not seen. the substance of things hoped for.
No, it's not
So-
belief. This is exactly what they do when they
This
come.
is the same thing. Faith and belief, they are the same thing, sir.
They
Faith
are not
and
the
belief
same, my brother.
is the same thing. You can dispute that, but it's true. Faith and belief is the same thing. That is what your
Okay.
religion said. Yes, it's
Okay,
fact.
you can see this is the problem I'm having with them when they come to my platform. And they still claim to be atheists, and they say faith and belief is the same thing. So this
They are
is
the
the
same
problem.
thing, sir. No, they are the same thing. This is what religion does to people. This is what religion does to people. It keeps you dependent. You don't have a critical thinking skills, but you believe. You know, the atheists.
Can I add something, please?
Okay, man.
There's no evidence of the God. So as an atheist, I cannot acknowledge something that doesn't exist. I don't know if that's adding to the conversation, if it's taking away from it.
That is right. No,
say an
you nailed
atheist-
it.
Yeah, to say an atheist acknowledges a God, or to say that because an atheist doesn't believe that there's a God doesn't mean that there is no God. There's no evidence of the God. Give us the evidence. That's all we want. Give us the evidence, and then we've got a choice whether to believe or not to believe. Because right now we don't have a choice whether to believe something or not to believe it. There's no evidence. Give us the evidence. That's all we want.
For me, yeah.
And this is what I told
For
him.
me, wait, just one. For me, we are both on the same side. We are on the same side with success. We are on the same team. But is this separation of the awaken, of which I would like for you to maybe enlighten us what this awaken is. The awaken program you're talking about, I would like to know, why the separation? We don't acknowledge a God. We don't believe in God. And atheists are not a monolith. You see two atheists and we can disagree on everything else, but just have no belief in God. You can't find all atheists, doing and saying the same things. We disagree, even as atheists, disagree on things. Some atheists have belief in maybe not higher power and spirits and all these things, but your everyday, how you believe things, right? So yeah, we're actually on the same side. So I don't know why when you say you want to debate atheists, what is the debate about?
Afro, I think the problem will be that he's taking some definitions. I think he should go back and study, right? The return. Have you taken time to study the root word or the etymology of the word atheist? Have you done that before? Because I think why you're stuck there is because there are definitions that say the lack of belief. So you're saying because of the lack of belief, or no, there are people who believe that. So you're thinking a belief is plain in the definition. Can we go back to the Greek word so that we can see the etymology of the word, so that we can know what this word actually means? I'll help you do that. The Greek word is atheos, means without God. Finish. Nothing more. Without God. Godless. Right? Now, it is through French, Latin transliteration, and then they had atheist, and then from then different school of thought and people start writing to define it. But if we go back to what the word means, it means a person that is without God. So now, success, with this definition I gave, do you still stand that the atheists have a belief?
Just like I said before, some of them used to come to my platform and they used to tell me they don't acknowledge the Bible God, but there is a God somewhere. Just like I said before.
Yeah, but I think then it was wrong for you to say you debate atheists. You should have debated the person who doesn't even understand what it means to be an atheist.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
That anyone that says that they acknowledge the existence of God is not an atheist.
He's not an atheist. So you were supposed to say some of you, or probably you can put a prefix, some of you who say you're atheists and yet you have a God system, I'm ready to debate you. That makes sense. But when you box the whole atheists and say you want to debate them, you're literally coming for the umbrella of like everybody under the word atheist, right? And that's why we're surprised. But if you had done your video and probably say you were looking for people who say they're atheists but still have a God system, then that makes sense, because yes, I've seen some atheists who claim they're atheists and then they still say they prefer the Ifas God system, they prefer the Amadioha God system. Yes, those ones are not even atheists. They are just maybe angry with the Bible God or angry with the Quran, and then they prefer their ordinal style of belief system, right? Yeah, those ones are not atheists. Probably don't even understand what it means, right? But that's why I had to feel that maybe going back to the definition of the word, it could clear up some things. Do you understand the return?
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Sorry, guys, but what is the actual topic of this conversation?
You can look at it.
Considered. You say Jesus is considered final as
fictional.
He existed. Oh, yeah, in a book.
Jesus
is the question
Jesus
what has Jesus solved?
Wait, hold on. Jesus is considered fictional as he exists inside a book. To prove the existence of Jesus, to prove his reality, you must demonstrate his existence outside of the book. And then you're up there, we've got a question. What has Jesus actually solved in Africa?
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna run is Jesus considered fictional as he only exists in books?
Mhm.
I think it is a well-known fact that Jesus was a live, living, historical figure written by Christians, Jews, and Muslims, even people who don't even believe that he is God. So the question of did he exist isn't really a question. He did exist. The question now is he God or is he not God? That's a whole separate conversation. But he was a historical figure, a real-life person that was sentenced under Pontius Pilate. He was a real human being. So the debate now is he God or is he not God?
Can I ask you, when you say he existed, are you saying that it's is this divine Jesus we're talking about?
Yes.
So the Jesus that was birthed by Mary.
Yes, that same Jesus.
And was fathered by the Spirit.
That very same Jesus.
So how can you prove that he was divine? How can you prove that Jesus was truly, because now what it is, right? When you look at the New Testament, it looks like in the Old Testament, everything just quietens down with all the prophets. There were just many prophets. There were, all these religious leaders there. And then now we start off with this story of Elizabeth and her husband. And now there was a young girl who was just, just minding her business. An angel comes and says, "Oh, you're going to carry our baby," right? And before you know it, she's pregnant and she's giving birth, right? So, but there is a problem with that story. It is one thing to claim that a spirit impregnated a young lady. It's another thing to prove it. So how do you know that Jesus was truly, truly fathered by the Spirit? How do you know that?
Well, I'm going to state the obvious right now. None of us were there to give a in-person, first-hand account. None of us were there. All we do have are records of the book, records of his existence via the Bible. But if that's why I said it's not a case of did he exist, it's now a case are we debating whether he's God or not. That's why I put it there.
No, none of us were there. It's a case of whether did he exist. You said it. You just said just now.
He did exist. He's literally a historical figure, a Jewish historical figure.
hold on, you just said none of us was there. You just said it. No, none of us was there. So if none of us were there, how did the people verify that this very private thing, sorry, a very private thing, a conversation between an angel and this young lady, yeah? The process of impregnating the young lady, this would have been something that very private. Nobody would have known at all what had happened there. So how on earth did anyone verify the claims made by Mary that she was impregnated by a spirit? And they say extraordinary claims requires extraordinary evidence.
We're going to run this back just to touch on your points, which are pretty decent. When it comes to just the account, or in this case, private giving of the birth of Jesus, as from the scriptures, if we even read it, we know that it wasn't a private thing. There were multiple people around to witness the birth. We know it as it's written, if we're going to use that as a baseline. So when you say it's a private interpretation.
Sorry, witnessing the birth. Witnessing the birth doesn't mean anything. Jesus came, well, according to the story, he was born a human baby. So if I look at a woman who's just had a baby and I see a human baby, there, it's automatic for me to think that, this was fathered by a human, the man and the woman, right? You see the baby, it's a human baby, man and woman. So witnessing the birth is not the issue. What I'm asking is, who verified the claims of conception?
If you're talking about who verifies the claims of conception, it would have been Jesus Christ himself and his 12 apostles. Now he's
the 12 apostles.
Listen.
The 12 apostles.
Just listen. If now in this case, Jesus is both 100% God and 100% man.
That's not true.
No, it is true. He's 100%. He's 100% God.
There's no evidence for that.
100% man.
There's no evidence for that.
No.
100% God, 100% man. You're talking about Hercules, dude. You're talking about Hercules. You're talking about other mythological beings.
Let me land. If we're talking about, let me land.
He's busy talking about mythology.
Let me land. It's history. It's literal. It's literal.
Mythology is the same as Hercules. Half human, half God. Hercules. Greek
mythology.
Don't
mute him. Please don't mute him. No.
No, please, can I ask this man a question, Mr.
No, just let him land his plane. He was saying something. Let him land it.
Okay, so to run back to answer your original question, Jesus was 100% God and 100% man. So when you're asking who was there to give accounting or a witness, it's already known that number one, there were men who were called, or at least they had a signal or a sign to see him in his conception, and they brought gifts. The father was there to witness, the mother was there to witness. And this was a man who died on a cross.
Wow.
He died on a cross, literally died on a cross.
Where's the cross? Where's the cross he died on? We're able to dig up dinosaur bones from millions of years ago. Where's the cross that he died on?
Let's not even let him go very far. He said that the divinity of Jesus and the person of Jesus is historically proven. Please bring evidence.
Not just that, he said he's 100% God, 100% human.
That's why I said
that makes 200%.
That claim, that claim, please, brother, bring evidence for that claim, please. Bring evidence for that.
You people should ask him, please. I really wanted to ask him.
All right, Success. I just needed to clarify what you were trying to say, Success. One love, brother. No, it wasn't any I was just curious why you're debating atheists. So, but One Love, thanks for coming to speak to us.
I wanted to ask him, Mr. Bruns, if he is a man, right? And I want to ask him, since he's defending this, if his daughter, who is 16 years old, came to meet him and say, hey, Daddy, while we are in the church, you know, an Holy Spirit pregnant me, will you accept that?
12, not 16. 12.
Okay, let's just say 16.
Your
daughter that you know fully well that is a virgin, you know, came to meet you, Daddy, while we're in the church, the Holy Spirit pregnanted me.
Yeah, to make it historically accurate.
That?
To make it historically accurate, let's stick to 12.
Okay. Will he accept that?
In the scenario, in the given scenario you're placing right here, on the normal under normal rational reasoning, no one would accept that. But then that's oh my goodness.
It's a fictional story. No, you know about Spider-Man, right?
Stoic, what he's saying is he will accept.
Let me actually land. There's not one point I made. There's not one point I made in this whole segment.
Let's let him land there. Please, my people, I beg you.
Okay, let's run this back a little bit, right? So when you asked if your daughter came up to you and said, oh, I was pregnant by so and so spirit, you know, and she had a child, how would I feel about it? Or even how would I even take it? I don't personally know how I would take it, but I wouldn't take it positively. Of course, I'd feel a sense of fear, a sense of urgency. But then that's where the 100% God and 100% man comes into the matter. If you're talking about God right now, if you're talking about God, if you were to say that God cannot do something, it defeats the purpose of God.
No, hold on. Why are you saying 100% God, 100% human? Why not 50% God and 50% human? Because 50 and 50 makes 100%. I've never heard of anything being 200%.
This is why I say we're talking about God. When you try to use,
listen, do you know what is happening in the Congo right now? There are people praying in the Congo. There are people over here praying for people in the Congo. But there's an outbreak of Ebola, right? Your useless God has done nothing. Your Jesus died for nothing, if he died at all, because people are suffering. And you're here telling us about 100% God, 100% human? You're not making any sense.
First of all, hold on. Okay, guys, 1 second. Please, I don't want this to be like
She's taking it very personally. She's just taking it very personally.
Of course, hold on. Hold on. I don't want it to be like we are, but it's not a battle. Yeah, we're just having conversations. And if you say that Jesus was 100% human and 100% God, what part of his makeup was the God, right? What part of his was his DNA? How do you know that character was 100% God?
If I asked, based on if we're going to go on Jesus, and the only evidence you have right now of Jesus is the Bible. If we're going to go off the Bible, if I told you go and walk on water, would you be able to do such a thing?
The Bible is not evidence.
Wait. Can you let me finish? Can you let primary source and secondary source?
Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Please let me finish. So the Bible, in there are stories that need to be fact-checked, that need to be verified. That's what you find in the Bible. So because the Bible says something does not automatically make it true, right? So Jesus walking on water, I'm sorry, yes, inside the book, anyone can write that Jesus did whatever. He flew a plane, he went to Jamaica, but outside of the book, then what? Then what? So my question was, what part of Jesus's makeup was the 100% God? Hmm?
Oh, thank you for muting me. So when you ask what part, are you asking what part of his genetic makeup is 100% God, which part of it is 100% human?
How do you know he's 100% God?
Okay, his conception, his birth, it's not natural, it's not normal. It's not something that can be replicated by any human device or technology.
Hercules did it first. What are you talking about? There are many people in other myths and legends that were born the exact same way. How is Jesus not a myth and legend when the same people born the exact same way are myths and legends?
But it's simply because him being existing is literal history. It is history. Forget personal bias. Forget beliefs. Forget personal bias. He is as literal as Pontius Pilate, the governor. No, are you telling me Pontius Pilate did not exist as well?
Just one second,
no,
guys.
Because if we're going to go off this,
from Legion, let's hear from Legion, and then 80 starts to hear from you.
Okay. Bronze, you've made so much claim towards the divinity of Jesus, right? I have just two questions. Number one, if you say Jesus is 100% God and 100% man, what part of him died on the cross for your sin? And also, can you bring an evidence outside of the claim in the Bible that Jesus was divine on earth, outside of the Bible? The person writing should be in his time, not a hearsay writing. Please, can you provide these two information?
So what was your very first question?
First one, if you say Jesus is 100% man, 100% human, which of them died on the cross for your sin, right? Because I don't even have to give you the answer. Which of them died on the cross for your sin? Second question, you made a big claim of his divinity, right? Jesus' divinity as historical facts. I want you to take us to a historical document, at least cite it, our research, where the writer wrote about his divinity and he was in his time present, not a hearsay writing. Thank you.
So, so any source that made the claim that Jesus was divine, any sources? You have any sources like that? That's actually a good question. The first question, what was it again? See me, I don't forget.
If Jesus was 100% God, 100% man, who died on the cross?
What part? Okay, so which one died on the cross? Okay.
Yes.
Was it the God or the man that died on the cross?
But guys, I hope you know that if Jesus was 100% man and 100% God, then that whole death on the cross, he was just cheating then.
It was cheating. That's why I was waiting for him to answer. So
that means that Jesus just came to come and gaslight us into thinking, oh, I died and this. He had control of the whole thing all that time. All that time, he had control of it. It makes no sense.
No, sis, you know the issue. You see, the only thing that I tell the believers is, when you go to New York, you will see the Spider-Man, what's it called? Museum. Does it mean that Spider-Man is real? These are fictional stories. It's not real, and if you even read Bible very well, you will find out that even this whole story of Jesus came to die for our sin. Jesus wasn't even crucified because of a man's sin. He was crucified out of jealousy, because why? People were jealous of him, that he is teaching a false teaching. That was the reason why he was crucified, not because somebody was committing sin. Okay. Go and read and see how his crucifixion comes about. But now, when you ask the believers, they just, it's just made up to fulfill the prophecy. How does this kind of thing happen? And you can't even prove it. But outside Bible, there is no any other book that you can read that will tell you more about. They will refer you to another verse, go to this verse, go to this verse. But outside the Bible, there is no any other history book that will teach you about Jesus apart from the Bible. So that kind of a thing is not something you should accept, as real. That is not real. This is a fictional story. People are accepting to be real life, but that is not, and it keeps you dependent. The truth of it is that the people who wrote Bible, they know very well that people are going to wake up one day and start asking questions. That's why they said, do not lean on your own understanding. In which understanding should I lean on?
So, Miss Mesani says, did she render him mute with that question?
No, I'm still listening. You guys are just
All right,
talking.
go on. We're waiting for you.
No, you guys have your conversation. I'm not gonna.
No. You were gone for a few. We.
No. I was talking. You got me.
You weren't.
And then you guys went on your tangent.
You weren't.
You're doing it again.
No, listen. No. You either scrolled away from the app. You were like right now.
On teacup.
Like right now.
It's out of the app.
You are not in the app right now. We can see that you're gone.
And if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, if you're talking right now, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay.
So now you're back.
No, honestly, I was just listening. I was just listening to what you guys were saying. But it was a long tangent. It was a long tangent away from
just
the point.
Answer the questions.
So her very, very first question, if I can remember, it was which part of Jesus died? Was it the God or the man?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot kill you can't kill the spirit of a person. The only part of a person that dies is the humanity. That's what was killed on the cross. His humanity died on the cross.
Are you sure you will not shift from this answer, because I have a follow-up question? So are you sure it's the humanity that died on the cross?
The humanity died on the cross.
Okay, can humanity pay for sin? I want you to show me the scripture that human nature can pay for sin.
Human nature is not what was used.
I'm not asking you to explain. I said, show me from Bible study that human nature can pay for sin.
This is where you get it wrong.
Hold on. He was about to say that he didn't use the human nature to pay for sin. Please tell us what he used then to pay for sins.
Okay, let me finish off a sentence and then you can talk. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Cool. So when you say his humanity died on the cross, but through atoning of sins, it was blood, blood, blood that was used to atone for sins since the beginning. When the Jews were offering sacrifice, what were they offering to God? It was blood. It was blood. So when Jesus came.
God.
No, please just allow him. Just allow him. He's cooking. He's cooking.
No, so when Jesus was here, hence why at least Christians, we call him the Lamb. He was a representative of the perfect sacrifice without sin or blemish. So when he died and his blood was shed, that blood was what was used to atone for the sins of humanity. It wasn't just humanity as a whole. It's biblically accurate that shed blood was used to atone for sins.
But Afro,
so can I continue? Can I ask you a follow-up question now?
Sorry, I just want to make a quick comment. When they're talking about demons and evil things, they like to talk about bloodsuckers and blood this and blood that. Yet this God, all-powerful God.
That's stories from Dracula
and end. The mighty God that created heaven and earth requires blood, guys. Blood. Wow.
Okay,
It's
so
a
well,
fiction-
one,
it's
one
a
last
fictional
one last
story.
question. One last question, please, guys, and then we can move to atheist cats.
Okay, I think I'll leave if it is cast because I already know he's going to do a full job,
Okay.
right? So from proper Bible study, right? But I don't know why you left the second question. If you don't have evidence, I think it's fair to just say you don't have for the one of
No. Jules, I didn't even notice Jules was there.
What was
quickly now, wait, let me reboot how what you said, right? So in proper Bible study, the reason Jesus was qualified to die for sin is because the blood of animals, that is mortals, could not pay once and for all sins. That's why Jesus had to come, because we need a nature outside of human to be able to go to the cross and die for sin. So
No, you have it mixed up. It's not you have it mixed up already. It's already misconstrued.
Sorry. Why did Jesus come then? Why was the lamb sent?
Anyways,
Is it because
in your explanation,
was it because
in your explanation,
now you're not letting me talk, but you gaslighted us that we were not letting you talk. I literally am making my own rebuttal to what you said. So because of the blood of lambs and the rest could not pay for sin, it was only covering sins. You can go back to the Hebrew doctrine and study. It only covered sin, not dealt with the sin. That was why Jesus said, send me, because I know I will do this job perfectly. And when he came, it was because he needed to do the job. That's why his birth was not in the natural way, right? So when he came to die, for sin to be taken away, we don't need the blood of mortals, right? We needed something divine, and that's why he came. I'm asking again, is it the human nature that died? Because the human nature does not have the ability to forgive sin. You can read your scriptures. So is it the human nature or the God nature that died on the cross?
Okay, so
I leave the question again. But at this point, I'll just leave atheist cat to continue.
I'll just offer my period blood to the God. Yeah, maybe he'll back off.
Guys, atheist cats, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Jules was here and I completely skipped over her.
That's fine. Jules, go.
I do have a question to bro. So when Jesus was in the grave, who was taking care of the business?
What business?
So does that mean that you didn't have God for 3 days?
Okay. Run that question back. So who was taking care of the business?
Mm-hmm.
What's the can you go further with the question?
So does that mean you people, you didn't have God for 3 days when he was dead?
Okay. On earth, we didn't have him on earth for 3 days. We didn't have God on earth for 3 days.
So when Jesus was praying, who was he praying to?
Okay, that's why I started off by saying he was 100% God. 100%
I said when he
man.
was praying, who was he praying to?
That's why I started off by saying he was 100% God, 100%
Say,
man.
was he praying to himself?
Yes, Jules, he was praying to himself, calling himself Father, the same way he impregnated Mary with himself so she can give birth to him.
His humanity was submitting himself to himself.
But do you know, according to your Bible, God is not human, that changes.
His humanity was submitting himself to himself. Come on, my guy. Come on.
Bro, do you know that in your Bible, it says God is not human, he changes not. You know that is written in the Bible?
God is not man that he should repent.
Mm-hmm. Do you know that is in the Bible?
God is not man that he should repent. Yeah, it's there.
Even change. God is not man that changes. So how can you say Jesus is God? So when one of the disciples was saying, good teacher, I want to be good like you. And he said, who told you that I'm good? The only one who's good is God.
And
what do you mean by that?
This was him speaking out of his humanity.
Hey, yeah.
This was him speaking out of his humanity. You guys have it's very funny. it's very funny. You guys have this thing where if God is God, therefore he should be limited in any capacity.
No, your God was born through a vagina, just like you. Your God was breastfed. Your
Yes.
God had to be taught how to eat with utensils. Your God
Yes.
had to be taught how to wipe his own ass.
That's the humanity of Christ.
Wow.
But bro,
Wow,
how
what
can
a weak
a God be born by his own creation?
That's okay. When you say how can God be born by his own creation, you have to understand God is, if we're talking about God, the creator of everything, the moon, the stars, the air you
That's
breathe,
not my question.
If we're talking about God,
Say,
now,
don't
you
stop,
asked
stop, stop, stop
you
me.
asked me a question,
I
and I
asked you
answered
a
the question.
simple question.
If you
How
talk over
can
me, if
a
you talk
God
over me
be
again, I'm
born
answering.
out of his
No,
creation?
just answer the question directly, please.
Okay, but you have to understand the nature of God, which you have
No,
refusing to
we're talking
understand.
about the God that was
I
born.
said, how can a God be born by his own creation?
Okay, again, this is the part that you just do not understand. If you don't get this part, you will not be able to understand anything.
Oh my goodness. So what does John? Okay, Stoic. 1 minute. My last two questions. Stoic.
Please,
1 minute,
and then we move over to 80 skirts, please.
So, bro, can you recite John 3:16, please?
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten. First of all, actually, before we even before we get there, let's answer the previous question. Let's answer the previous question.
You already answered it. Can we move on to 80 skirts, please?
I have not even answered any of these.
You answered it. That is why you answered the follow-up question, which was recite John 3 verse 16. I don't know why you want to backtrack. 80
Because
skirts, please, your question.
you don't finish your points. You ask a question, I answer without finishing the sentence,
Dude,
then you
what does
button
John
again,
3 verse
and then you
16 say?
we're gonna
John
run
3
back
verse
on
16
on
just
your
cooked
previous
you.
question. I'm gonna answer your
John 3
previous
verse
question.
16 just cooked everything you just said.
You didn't even let me finish
You
my
cooked
last
yourself with John 3 verse 16.
Let him explain. Oh yeah, please explain what you're going to explain. Then 80 skirts, please.
Okay, so you're asking how did God give birth? How did God allow his own creation to give birth? Who's to say that God is limited by anything? You're placing limitations
The
on
fact that
God.
he needed to be born of a woman.
Wait. You know, we are not believers in this God. So we don't hold to a belief that this God is, has all these powers you describe. If you say that your God has all this right, then sorry, you have to demonstrate that. We don't take that position that this God, you say we're limiting the God. First, you need to prove he exists. Then we can see whether. Then I will determine whether I want to limit him or not.
That's why we ran the very
Guys,
first thing I
we're not
said.
tapping on the
The very first thing I said out of everything. The very first thing I said is it's not a debate of whether he did or did not exist.
It is a debate.
You can't come and tell us what we're debating here.
Actually, that sounds like my cue.
Yes. Go on.
That sounds like my cue.
It is a debate on whether
because it is debated. Hi.
Me, I don't. As for me, I don't believe Jesus existed at all.
Right.
You know, I find this very funny, right?
So,
before I finish the sentence,
wait, hold on,
before you guys have a pattern, you guys have an amazing pattern. Before someone finishes a sentence, you butt in and then make a completely separate point. I never even finished the sentence, and you guys already came up with a limbo.
You didn't finish John 3 verse 16.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Because I never even finished the question.
Hold on. I want this to be a fair conversation. Please, I want this to be a fair conversation. If you're saying that we didn't even let you, then please, I don't know what you wanted to say. Say it, and then 80 guys can come in.
Okay, so that's why the very first thing I said is it's not a debate. It's not a debate.
But you can't tell us what to debate or not to debate. We have our topic. We have our debate going on. You can't come from wherever you've come from to tell us not to debate something or whatever you want us to debate. It doesn't work like that.
How about you listen? How about you listen?
Excuse me. Instead of us going back and forth about,
how about you listen? How about you listen?
You guys are not letting me. Just go ahead and do it now.
Okay, cool. That's why the very first thing I said it wasn't a debate whether Jesus was a real human being or not. It's really a case of, was he God or was he not God? Because he's written in his story, is a historical, real life figure, as real as Pontius Pilate, as real as Roman governors back in those days. He is as real as that. So now the question is, was he God or was he not God? That's the real debate. If you say Jesus is considered fictional, even though he's a historical figure, outside of biblical text, which is proven, you can go do research.
If Jesus was a historical figure, what was the exact date he died? Because every year the date changes.
Jules,
Can we
ma'am.
go to 80 Scats, please? 80 Scats, let's go to 80 Scats. I beg you, please.
Yes. So let's just lay the cards on the table just to let you know I am a historian, so I will be looking and talking about historical references. I hope you're ready to do that. You're saying that the idea that Jesus Christ was a human being exists on earth that's not debated is a falsehood. It actually is debated. Now, you want to talk about documentation or evidence outside the Bible? Let's begin. Is there any primary sources for Jesus existing? I know you're off the app to get your information. That is fine. But I will pray. Sorry, pray.
Earlier
Wrong
on,
word.
80
I would like.
80 Scats, earlier on, he was talking about primary sources
I
and
know.
secondary sources.
I know.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you actually read the sources you're about to try to pull up to use.
No, the sources he's going to pull out is just to go and read
Just
another
give him a
verse in the
chance.
Bible.
We know which ones he'll
Yeah.
probably try.
Yeah, that's what he
Okay.
wants to
Show
do.
that he doesn't have to read it.
80 Scats. Is it the J one or
I'm
the
going to say he's going to go with T first.
T one? Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's going to go T first.
I say J.
I say J.
Well, let's see. Once he gets his undisputed information.
Hey, Nene, good to see you. Guys, please tap on the screens. And guys, I hope you guys know that, look, here, this isn't a case of, we're trying to make people feel good about what they believe. It's either true or it is not true. It's either the Jesus existed or he didn't exist. Either your God exists, he does not exist. There is, we have gone too long believing in things we have no evidence for. Millions and millions of people currently, millions of people believe that this Jesus guy existed.
Okay, he has returned.
So I was watching a video earlier on, a woman in Ghana kneeling down and praying to white Jesus, right? How do you tell these people that they're worshiping a false character inside a book? We need to undo the damage that has been done. It's a huge damage this has caused. And
I agree. Now he is back. The question was, could you name a primary source for Jesus' existence?
He's out again.
Maybe he doesn't know that when he goes out and you're talking,
Right.
we're not hearing you.
Yeah, if you step out, we will not
The
be able
Bible.
to converse with you. Okay, so the Bible is not a primary source. It would be a secondary source. Do you know the difference between a primary and secondary source?
Primary source is firsthand, you were there. Secondary is like after.
Correct. The Gospels are not eyewitness testimonies. For one,
Yes,
they
they
are
are.
not. For one, they are anonymous. Those names that are attributed to the Gospels weren't given until about 125 CE by church tradition. Second, we know they're not primary sources.
Hold on now. You're going to let him finish, please.
Right. Second, we also know it's not an eyewitness testimony because eyewitness testimonies do not include information about what people think or feel, because you cannot do that as an eyewitness, nor does it talk about events they were not there for. None of the gospel writers, if they were the writers, were there for Jesus' birth, yet they do talk about it as if they were there. These are the eyewitness testimonies then.
Okay. So the person who spent multiple years with the disciples. Assuming, if we're going to even assume that they were even together, if we're going to even assume, how else would they get the information if Jesus himself didn't tell them?
There would be a secondary source. If these events are not historically proven, they are stories.
If we go, let's say we go 100 years into the future right
I'm
now.
sorry, pardon me. When I ask for a primary source, we're not going to move off that topic. Could you give me a primary source?
I gave you my primary source.
No,
which
you
was
gave me a
proven.
secondary
You're telling me
source.
it's a secondary source.
That would be a secondary source.
Even though the people,
We can even go one step further. What is the youngest? Let me rephrase that. Which gospel was written first? Which gospel was written first?
Are you talking in canonical order?
I'm talking about when it was literally written. Which one came first? How about this? I'll make it even easier. Even if you don't know,
if you don't know the answer to the,
Right.
just say you don't know. It's okay.
right, but I'll make it even easier if you don't know which one specifically. When do you think the earliest one was written? Do you think it was written at the time Jesus existed? Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
No one heard a single thing. You were dead silent.
Oh, sorry about that.
Wonderful. Do you know which was the earliest gospel ever being written?
The earliest gospel was Mark.
Okay, when was it written?
I think it was like 60, it was written 50 to 60 years after he died.
Wonderful.
Just go back on Google
Okay,
and
wait a
check.
minute. No, I'm fine with that. Now, one of the things that makes something a primary source is it needs to be written close to the time of the event. 50 years would no longer be considered, wait, let me
Wait,
finish.
now, hold on.
50
Just let me
years.
finish.
50 years would not be considered a primary source anymore. There's a reason why we don't do that, because memory is flawed. The further away from the event, the more suspect the information. Thus, we do not consider it a primary source anymore, we consider it a secondary source. It's no longer a contemporary. So I'll
no,
ask again.
it is considered a primary source because
is
it
not,
has
sir.
because it has an original account of events close to the time that it describes.
Original accounts isn't what makes it. It needs to be by an eyewitness
And close.
near the time of the event.
Even
and 50
with your own
isn't.
words, you said it had to be
50
close in time of the
years.
events.
50 years is not
60
close enough
years,
to the
60
Bible.
years after the event, you call that a primary source. How would they remember what was said and what wasn't said? How
Especially
now?
since it's considered
They
oral
didn't have
tradition.
they didn't have recording devices then.
Not only is it non-eyewitness,
If
it's
you ask-
not a contemporary source.
If you ask
Neither,
people-
neither factor is met. Thus, we do not consider the Bible, the Gospels, primary sources. We will call them secondary sources.
No,
This
you
does
guys-
not mean
primary
If
source
if I ask the people, what did you guys have for dinner 5 days ago? You remember what you had for dinner 5 days ago, but yet the first book about this Jesus guy was written 60 years 50 years after.
Right.
After his death.
Now, again, this does not
And it wasn't
invalidate
even
the
written by
information.
Mark. That's
I
the
wanna make
thing,
sure-
written 50, 60 years after, but not even written by by Mark.
Right.
Written by some unknown person.
I'm trying to help
Some
you by
of
explaining-
some of the gospels, right? They tell you that they were not eyewitnesses.
Correct.
It's right there. They tell you. Me, I was not an eyewitness. Me, I
Correct.
just came
We can
together. I
tell-
just put the books together. Oh,
Right, that would be Luke. And this is not to invalidate the information, but I am asking to begin with, do we have any primary sources for Jesus?
It's funny because when I bring up my primary source, You are,
Sure.
but
What,
it's not a primary
what are you
source.
using for that reference?
It's
What is
not
it
the
that you're using?
primary source.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. When you say you bring up your primary source, are you using a database? Are you using some sort of thing that tells you what a primary source is? What are you using?
Wait, repeat that, please.
Sure. You say when you bring up your primary sources,
Yes.
are you the one deciding this is a primary source?
Yes.
It's I would say world renowned, the scriptures, at least if we're gonna go off Mark,
Okay,
it is a primary
Kwame,
source.
that's not why I asked you. Are you the one determining it's a primary source?
Say that again, please. One more time.
Are you the one determining it's a primary source?
No, I wasn't the one. I wasn't there.
Okay. Who is the one determining it's a primary source when you
Just
said
one
when you
second.
pull up
Let
your
me
primary
mute
source?
myself.
Let me try and ask the question in a different way. Other Christians, when they come up, they tell us of other sources besides the Bible. So where did you get the information from that the Bible is the primary source?
Rephrase that question.
Wow. Okay.
Where do you get
I'm
the
telling you what
information
makes
from?
something a primary
Wait,
source.
can the first guys, can you the first guy just talk?
Go on, Atheist. I
gave
think it's
you-
referring to you.
I gave you the historical standard of what makes something a primary source. You disagreed with it. What are you using to show that this is that I'm wrong?
In terms of,
You stated that this is a primary source.
yes,
I
Mark-
gave
the
you
book of
why
Mark
it's
is a
not
primary
a
source.
primary source. You still disagree.
Yes,
Why do you disagree based on the historical standard of a primary source?
because when you say close is subjective as well. It's subjective to a degree. It is.
There is a point that we consider something a contemporary. And it also depends on the time period. 50 years of old tradition from a non-eyewitness source makes it not a primary source.
Okay, I have a question for you. Let's say
Sure.
no. Let's just say in a hypothetical situation, right? You witness, I don't know. Let's just say a murder. Let's say you witness a murder, right? 50 years ago, and let's just say they dig in. There's a case done to find out, you know, how the guy was murdered, and then you come up for questioning, right? They somehow find that you were in the premises whilst that guy was getting killed. If, let's say, the police come to you to question
I
you.
can answer the question immediately. They would not just use my information as evidence.
No, wait, that's
Because
no.
because- and I'll explain why.
We have to go. Let's go back to the
explain
basis.
exactly
No,
why.
but let's
Wait a minute, I'm going to
in
explain.
this scenario, let me go back to the
exactly
basis.
why.
If they saw,
I am going to explain
would you be
exactly
in that
why.
case a
I
primary
am
source?
going
Yes or no?
to explain exactly why they wouldn't. Because human memory is flawed. To consider that human memory after 50 years is going to give correct information about an account, and that is the only evidence for it, no, they would not use my testimony as evidence.
Okay, what about okay, I have a question. What about let's just say I have a question. What about, let's say, people who are maybe victims to something like rape that happens maybe 10
Here's
let's
the
just say
thing.
maybe 10
Wait a minute,
maybe
hold
10
on.
years.
Wait a minute, let him finish because I'm going to counter that too.
Okay, let's say there are people who are victims to, let's say, something like rape, for something extreme, right?
Right.
And it's not something that happened a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe 9 years and over. Would at that, if there was any investigation, would you say the victim in this case has zero good evidence, like zero evidence in that regard, simply because it happened a while ago?
Wait a minute. her testimony, one, would be about an event that is in the natural world that could be shown that things like the person existed. Two.
Wait. So where did the events of the Bible take place?
I'm still talking. I'm still giving information. I let you finish. Two, the person's claim is a piece of the puzzle. If it's the only piece of evidence they have, they will not convict. There needs to be more evidence than just the word. That's why eyewitness testimony is the weakest form of testimony, and you don't even have eyewitness testimony here. This is secondhand testimony. It's not by eyewitnesses.
Aegis Katz, I've just got a quick question for you. The book of Matthew was written first, right?
Yep.
And it's given a full account of...
No, the book of Mark, not Matthew.
Sorry,
Mark
the
was
book
first.
of
Sorry,
Mark,
Mark was
not
first.
Matthew. Sorry, the book
Yeah,
of
Mark
Mark.
first.
And it's given a full account of everything that we need to know. What then is the purpose of Matthew's account, Luke's account, and all of that? What's that about?
Honestly,
Because
most
all
of the-
these other accounts directly contradict the account of Mark in
that's
many
part of the reason.
places.
If you look at the progression of the Gospels when reciting certain accounts, it makes changes to make the story more palatable. For example, the idea of a bunch of people rising from the dead at the same time, that's not found in any other gospel for a reason, because it made the story too fantastical. So they had to make changes. So they did. That's why there's changes in this information to fit a new narrative as it goes along. Now,
Roscott,
going back to this claim, we've already established, we established these are not eyewitness testimonies, nor were they written in a reasonable time near the time of the event.
What is reasonable?
Again, not stating that these are discounted because they're not primary sources. However, my question was, do we have any primary sources? That's the very first question.
And I said yes.
No, we
But
don't have
You
any.
are
you're
incorrect.
telling me that Mark isn't a primary source
It
because
is
of
not. It's
because of
not
the time
eyewitness.
because of the time period.
Can
Because
I
If it's not
ask you?
eyewitness,
Wait, hold on.
what period of time draws the
Bronze,
line? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years?
Bronze,
Is it 100? Is it
hold
70
on
seconds?
now.
So where do we draw it?
Bronze, hold on,
Mark
please.
didn't even write the book.
Wait, hold on, please. Bronze, just out of curiosity, what was Mark's original name? What was his name when he was walking around with Jesus?
His name has always been Mark. Or at least no, it's
So
been Mark.
you mean that Jesus called him Mark?
It was Mark.
Aphrodites.
Uh,
Wait, quick one. Bros, are you accepting that Mark was a direct disciple of Jesus?
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
are you sure?
Yes.
Was it Hebrew?
which is fine. Which is fine. What I'm asking is, if Mark was a disciple, right? You know, all the names have been changed over a period of time, even the Jesus' name.
Like
Jesus was not called Jesus, no, was he? Huh? What was his original name, the Jesus?
it was Emmanuel.
So the disciples referred to him as Emmanuel.
Yes.
My goodness. Afro, can I just say something about Mark?
Wait, just
right?
one second
Because-
before you say about Mark. I want to know
Mhm.
what Mark's original name was.
What do you mean by original name? That's like saying what was your original name? His name was Mark.
His name could not have been Mark.
Okay, then what was it?
I honestly, me myself, I don't even
But-
know.
So I'm giving the
I'll
answer.
tell
It was
you.
it
I'll
was
tell
Mark,
you,
but you're not
Afro.
accepting that.
It
You're
was not
accepting-
Mark.
Then what was it?
Hold on. So if now we have this man who's writing, yeah, and we're going to say Mark was the first one, right? This is me just being using my everyday, I'm not a scholar, right? I'm just your average woman trying to understand the Bible, trying to understand, the logic behind, the writing of this text.
So this is coming from a
Now,
place of
I hear
understanding,
that.
right?
I hear that the man named Mark was the first one who wrote 50, 60 years later, and we don't even have an original name. We don't even know what his original name was. Excuse me. For me, that's already putting a lot of question marks to this whole entire thing. And then you go and look the others, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, those were not their names.
Just like the question I asked.
Can I just read this quickly, please?
Please, I'll let you
Okay,
talk.
go ahead.
Just like the question you asked him, right? Mark was not a direct disciple of Jesus, right? Instead, he was the interpreter of Peter in Rome, right? So you would say he wrote more of the things Peter said than the things he saw Jesus do. He wasn't
that Luke?
That's why
Luke was Paul. Luke was Paul's bestie.
So when he even called this
hold on. So wait,
primary source, it's not even a primary source.
So Luke came with Paul?
Yes.
Paul, yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Luke was Paul's bestie.
Oh my goodness.
So
Vessel, you were gonna read something. Hold
yes,
on.
I was going to read something about Mark, because when we look at Jesus, he's a Jewish man,
yes,
right? And we're told that his disciples were Jewish people, Hebrew people. They spoke Hebrew. Their names would have been Hebrew.
Yes.
So why is it that the name Mark is not Hebrew, right? So I did a quick look up on it. And it says the name Mark is of ancient Latin origin, derived from the name Marcus. It is traditionally tied to Mars, the Roman god of war, meaning consecrated to Mars, warlike god of war. Right? The mass part means male or masculine.
And where are you getting this from?
Vessel, please, can you check so if this Mark person existed, now what was his original name? The disciples, what were their names?
The question is
Let me finish this.
Yes.
Let me finish this and then I'll research that for you. Right. It was the name Mark was popularized by Saint Mark, the evangelist, the author of the second gospel in the New Testament. Saint Mark. That sounds Latin, Roman Catholic type.
Vessel, when we used to read the Bible, right, back then, we would see, I remember seeing Saint Mark and Saint Luke. How did they get saints? Who made them saints?
The Roman Catholic Church, because remember, they're the ones that brought Christianity, right? The Council of Nicaea was in Rome, if I'm not mistaken. So this is where they all sat down and cooked all this stuff up.
So what would that guy's name have been originally in Hebrew, in the Hebrew language now?
So I don't think there's a Hebrew name, right? I think the only name is Mark.
Sorry, the truth in the comments says vessel of dishonor. Please, you lady who aborted 3 babies, shut up just because you can't give birth. The truth, I actually aborted 50 babies. 50. Go and get your facts right. I aborted 50 babies.
I'm going to block that person.
I aborted 50 wrong. And I gave birth to 6.
If you don't apologize, I'm going to block you.
You see, Afro is ridiculous.
If you don't apologize, I am going to block you.
He says, I hate God because you're not giving birth. Oga, I got 6 kids. Not only that, the God doesn't exist. So why would I hate something that doesn't exist? I'm talking about
loyalty.
The truth about your whatever.
Loyalty
about your fictional belief.
Loyalty can be official. Why don't you come up, right? You say we are acting like a bunch of children acting to know. Oh, Mr. God believer, loyalty can be official. Come up. Come and give us evidence for your God. Don't be a coward.
Unless you're afraid.
Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. And like I say, it's either your God exists or he does not exist. Right? You guys need to start getting it in your heads. that you guys may just have been lied to. There's no evidence for what y'all call God.
So, can I just finish reading this, please?
Yeah.
So the name Mark was popularized by Saint Mark the Evangelist, the author of the second gospel in the New Testament. Saint Mark is the patron saint of Venice, which heavily contributed to the name spread across Europe. Some esoteric sources and translations suggest it may connect to Hebrew noun Maccabeth, meaning hammer, linking it to the historical figure Judas Maccabeus. Maccabees? Is it Maccabees? Atheist cats. Is it Maccabees? Is that how you pronounce it?
Maccabees.
Maccabees. Okay, so I don't understand how Saint Mark from Venice is now connecting to Judas Maccabees.
Vessel of the Son. Question for you. It says, and where is she getting her sources from? And how can you verify that?
Excuse me. Go on, what do you call it? I've got here, let me see the sites where this is coming from. Abarim Publications. The title of the document is The Amazing Name Mark, Meaning and Etymology by Abarim Publications. Ancestry.co.uk, also for the meaning and origin of the first names, right? And then there's also the online etymology dictionary, right? It's telling us about Mark, the etymology, origin, and meaning, okay? And also Family Search, talking about the name Mark, the meaning of it, history behind it, okay?
So let me address that person in the comments. Loyalty Candy Official, you're saying that no one should waste their time with us. It's okay. You don't have to waste your time with us, right? The facts will always remain the fact. You can choose to not talk to us. You can choose to not engage with us. If your Jesus never existed, he never existed. If we are not talking about it today, someone will be talking about it tomorrow. In 2-3 years to come, 10 more people will be talking about it. The earlier you get on the program, the better for you. The earlier you start doing the digging, you start doing the searching. No, seriously, I agree with you. No one needs to talk to us. But it doesn't change the fact that there is no evidence, none whatsoever, for the thing y'all call your God, and no evidence that there was a Jesus walking the earth. And it's a damn shame. You're happy to live in your ignorance. We're trying to help. Yes, we might be laughing, we might be, but at the end of it all, did your Jesus exist? All the evidence so far points to him not existing. But if you think he existed, all you have is a belief. That's all we hear. I believe he existed. I believe.
Did somebody block or what Bronze? He was here a second ago and now he's not.
No, he dropped from the panel.
Well, I saw him in the chat and they no longer there. I didn't know if somebody might have muted them.
No, I muted him in the chats because he's supposed to be up here.
I would like you back up here because I was trying to have a conversation with you, Brian.
I muted him in the chats because instead of being up on the panel, he dropped down to type stuff in the chat.
I would like to talk to you up here, Bronze.
Yeah, come up and talk. Why are you running?
Hello, Inquisitor Bacon. Good to see you guys. So look, you people need to start waking up. People have started, questioning. People are questioning. They are starting to figure this thing out. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind. You don't have to talk to us. You go and do the digging. Go and do the searching yourself. You think that there was a guy being sent from heaven into a young girl. How do you believe these things even? It's nonsense.
These things are not even hard to, you understand? When you even read Bible by yourself, this book told you, do not lean on your own understanding. And these people, they can't even read it and understand what this thing is saying. Do not lean on your own understanding. It's there for them to read. But they just read it and most Christians, my own experience, when I was a kid and we go to church, we read back, the pastor preach and he read from a verse, and all of us say amen. Then he said, when you get home, read so verse. And that is all we do. We don't read further. We just write that verse that he said we should read and pray according to our needs. That is all. And this is what 99.999% Christian does. And this is the reason why, even when the Bible said that a woman is not supposed to teach in the church, that's what the Bible said. I'm not the one who said it. Even their own pastor give their wife this microphone to teach. And then they said they don't know, So they don't read. Christians don't read. They don't read. Imagine you reading a textbook or an English textbook or mathematics that said, do not lean on your own understanding. So where are you getting the understanding from that you have to understand what you are reading? But these people, they just read it and accept it. And when if you bring this fact to them, they tell you believe. And the same Bible that said, believe is an evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. So you are hoping for something to be what you're thinking, and that now you push it to us to accept it, and even you yourself, you are hoping for it, but you want us who question the fact, to accept it. And now all of us are just leave us in a doom, just hanging around looking for. I don't just understand it, the concept of this book.
Can I read out?
You're talking about the pastors giving their women the mics, yeah? Remember, nowadays, even prophecy is more like an STI. If the husband is a prophet, the wife and the kids are automatically prophets.
Straight away. I know in my country, a pastor resign a man who have helped him build this empire together, and he is supposed to be the one. He is older than this man, he is older than this man that has been working with him, back to back to build this whole empire. But when it's time for him to resign, he instead resigned this man, and now he's popping his children, propping them up to come and take over, And these people, they see these things like this. Why you are older than this man? Why didn't you go for resign and let this man take your position first? No, but you instead resign this man, and now you are propping your son to come and take over. And they can't even see what is just in their eye. They are putting it in their eye like this, but they cannot. They just, he is the chosen one. God, he is called by God. And when you even read Bible, from the way this man called Jesus was built, and then you read the story of Adam and Eve, and you see how, God created Adam, put him to sleep, ripped one of his bone, rib out, created the woman. But when he wants to bring himself to come and save the humanity, he put himself inside the woman. I thought Adam and Eve were the first human on earth. Where did Mary come from? Who is the father and mother of Mary? And Joseph, who is the father of Jesus? Who are his parents? And nobody asked this question. Just a fictional book. And these people accept it to be true. Wow. It just, no.
Can I just read the list of the virgin births, the mythological ones, that the Bible copied and inserted Jesus and Mary? These were all existing way before 2,000 years ago, when Jesus was supposedly conceived by the Holy Spirit. In Greek mythology, you have Danae and Perseus. The god Zeus impregnated the mortal princess Danae in the form of a shower of gold, bypassing human touch. From this union, the hero Perseus was born. In the Bible, they say the Holy Spirit covered Mary. Similar to this. In Aztec mythology, you've got, forgive me guys, I'm not good with pronouncing some of these names. In Aztec mythology, you have Coatlicue and Huitzilopochtli. the earth goddess Coatlicue was miraculously impregnated without a human father when she gathered a bundle of magical feathers and placed them in her bosom. She then gave birth to Huitzilopochtli, the patron god of the Aztecs. In Christianity, look, they even mention Mary and Jesus in the list of myths, guys. In Christianity, foundational to Christian theology, the virgin birth describes the conception of Jesus of Nazareth through the divine intervention of the Holy Spirit, resulting in the doctrine of the incarnation. Mongolian legend, you've got Alan Gua and Bodon Ka. In the secret history of the Mongols, the ancestor Alan Gua was visited at night by a radiant yellow divine being after her father's death. This conception led to the founding of the Borjigin tribe, making her an ancestor to Genghis Khan. In Roman foundation, you've got Rhea Silvia and Romulus or Remus. The V-style virgin Rhea Silvia gave birth to Rome's legendary founders, Romulus and Remus. While frequently cited as a virgin birth, most variations of the myth explicitly state that she was impregnated by the god Mars. In Daoism, some mythical stories surrounding the birth of the philosopher Laozi suggest that his mother conceived him after mystically gazing at the stars. Exploring these myths often reveals that the virginity serves as a symbolic purpose, such as bypassing base animal instincts, demonstrating divine favor, or fulfilling cosmological prophecy, right? So the fact that they've got Mary and Jesus listed amongst the myths, virgin birth myths, that's just crazy.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. What book are you reading?
I'm not reading any book. This is just research.
So why
Would
you
you
guys?
would you like the links to research for yourself?
No. Are you talking about Christians or you're talking about Christ? I don't really know what is the topic.
I was just reading a list of mythological virgin births. Christ and Mary, Christ was not the only one born of a virgin. There's mythological characters that were born of virgins. So if those are myths and legends, then that also makes the Jesus character's birth a myth and a legend.
Yeah, that's okay, but it's Christ came to die for us to take away our sin.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for you. It's not my business.
No, because when they're talking about Jesus being arrested and Jesus going to court and being tried, nowhere did they mention that all this was because of our sins. Even before they arrested him when he was praying in the garden, he never once said that I'm doing this, I'm praying to you, God, take this cup away because I don't want to die for people's sins. This gospel that he died for anyone's sins came afterwards, not before.
Also, again, Paul, we were just discussing that Jesus didn't actually exist. So
you guys do not believe in Christ, I think.
It's not about belief in Christ. There's no evidence he existed.
You don't believe? Does he exist?
There's not evidence he existed.
All right. You have to believe, no?
No, you don't. Well, no. You don't have to believe.
Okay, all right. I have to believe you guys, but you have to.
No, you don't have. You do not have to believe that.
Have to. Give us the evidence. If you want us to believe, give us the evidence.
I am a Christian.
So give us the evidence then.
What evidence do you need?
Well, historical documentation, that would be good.
Jules, what is that? What is that Bible verse, please? The one that says, "Show yourself," whatever. I keep forgetting it.
What's the Bible verse for me then?
Yes, hold on. Jules, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What is that Bible verse? The one that says, "Be prepared to give account."
Oh, 1 Peter 3:15 and 16.
Oh, thank you, sis. 1 Peter chapter 3. Let's go there. Let's go and read that together. First Peter chapter 3, verse 15 and 16. It says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander." So please, I'm saying there's no evidence that Jesus existed. You believe that Jesus existed, so you must have some evidence. Give us the evidence.
Okay. Do you people respect Christianity?
No.
Do you respect Christianity?
No, I don't have
Respect had to do with evidence.
So can you also
No. Please answer my question. What does respect have to do with evidence?
Oh God, bro, please, I'm coming, bro. I know
No,
you
no,
guys
no.
don't believe. I know you guys don't believe in Christ.
So just give us the reason for us to believe.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'll give you that evidence.
No, I don't know why you're asking all these questions. Just show us the evidence. That's all. You want us to believe in your God, right? Give us the evidence.
I never want you to believe. If you
okay,
like,
I want to
don't
believe. I want to believe what you believe. Give me the evidence
that
that is real.
That is not my fucking concern.
So what are you fucking doing here? What are you fucking doing here?
Bro, you guys,
Dude, wait a minute, stop.
You can never.
We were talking about Jesus not existing. We were discussing the lack of evidence. You want to jump in and discuss it. Then you want to tell us about other evidences. When we ask for this evidence, you go to, do you respect Christianity? Respect has nothing to do with whether or not it's true or false. Provide the evidence, or to use your own phrasing, get the fuck out. Your choice.
I don't know why it's so hard to answer a simple question.
I noticed you had no problem.
Yes, just give us evidence for your Jesus. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why are you comparing yourself to Muslims? Are you afraid of Muslims?
You can never do this to Muslims.
Are you afraid of them? Are you afraid of them? Is that why you're talking about them? All you need to do is prove your Jesus. Is it so hard to prove your Jesus? Why is it so hard to prove your Jesus?
One small moment. Did anybody else notice that when I went at you, you shut the hell up? But as soon as she started talking, you started getting quite argumentative. How about be that with me? Go ahead.
If you
I'm right here. Go ahead.
Don't believe. I'm not asking you.
Go ahead.
Forcing you, telling you.
No. Use the same energy. I want the same energy. Give me that smoke.
Even his voice is not the same. He's not
give me that smoke. Give me that same energy.
Where's the aggression gone?
Yeah. Come on. I'm right here. Or did you just find it easier to speak that way to a woman?
Okay, we saw the Antichrist come and take over.
I'm sorry. Where's that energy you just had?
All right, you can laugh about it.
Where's that energy you just had? No.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You saw the Antichrist. Where did you see the Antichrist? Is it your auntie?
I'm sorry. Again, I'm directing you back to me. Why aren't you directing that same sort of energy to me?
He ran.
No, bro. He said something about we can't do this with the Muslim. You know, brother, I don't know if you are still online and you are hearing me. The reason why I don't do that with Muslim because I have never practiced Islamic. All right.
No, I
was
do it
born
with them.
a Christian and I practice Christianity, but after I saw that what they are teaching me was just a fictional story. You know, that's why I started asking questions. And if it happened that I'm a Muslim today and I know more about Quran and I put two and two together and it doesn't match, I'm going to start asking them this question too.
Stoic, you don't need to know. You don't need to know about Islam. I didn't grow up practicing Islam. I didn't know about Islam until a few months ago, couple of years ago, right? You just hear things that don't make sense, and that's where you start from. You ask those questions. I ask Muslims questions. and they behave the same way as this guy just behaves. Cannot answer anything because they don't know anything. They're just foolish sheep, just wandering, foolish, brainless sheep.
Stoic, me, I love doing that to the Muslims, because in their heads, a woman she does have half of the brains. So when I put them, when I turn the notch of them to go to that crashing out, I love that. Because especially me, I like to talk to the African people masquerading as Muslims, because I got verses for days. Because me, I don't only read one book, I read all the books. So I love doing that. Guy, he came here to cry. Doesn't he have a wife? The wife, the kuchi is burning, waiting for him. He's here spewing rubbish.
Well, if he speaks to her like try to speak to the other women, you don't like any coochie.
You guys, you don't do that to your Muslims. A grown man. Imagine, those are the kind of people who spent like 15 minutes kneeling in front of a bag of cement, kneeling in front of a door made by a bag of cement and ceramic, pouring your heart out. Oh, Mother Mary, oh, Jesus, oh, I'm going through this and that, help me. Those are the kind of men, somebody's husband. Like, seriously. Pastor Sola, please come here. I need to talk to a pastor today because I didn't have the chance. Pastor Sola, please.
You need to speak to a bastard?
A pastor.
Oh, pastor.
Pastor.
Okay. Pastor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pastor Sola, come here and tell us.
My apologies.
God.
I hear the two words and they
I
sound
want
so
to
much the
give my
same.
life to Jesus. I want to give my life to God. I'm tired of this kind of life I'm living.
Oh, I'll get one better. I want to give my money to Jesus. That'll get him over here. That's what you really want. You want the money.
I want to give my period blood to Jesus, since he loves shedding blood. I'll give him some of mine to shed.
Jesus loves me if I bleed.
How can you give your life to somebody who does have holes in his hands? Huh? You're gonna fall. So until they seal those wounds, those holes in his hands, I'll give my life to him.
Oh, I've
All
found
of you who are pouring your squabbles, your problems to Jesus, just remember he does have holes in his hands. So they're getting into his hands and they go out. It's more like pouring water into a basket.
I found the Hebrew name for Matthew. Matityahu.
Matiti?
Matityahu. Let me write in the comments.
Okay. I know now. See, they want to give their life to this guy now. Come on. So I want to bring a better picture of him. Huh? So we'll be like, with the head be like this. Now you want to give your life to him? Let's see, what's he doing with people's lives even? He could not hold on to his own. He only had 33. Only 33. Huh? A lot of us are older than the guy. But yet they tell us to give. So if we are to give our life to this Jesus character, did his mother and father, well, sorry, take that back. Did his stepfather and mother also have to give their lives to Jesus?
It's like Megamind. You remember that cartoon Megamind?
Don't Megamind.
This is the black Jesus. This is the black Jesus that everyone, hey, Jesus was black. This is him. This is him, guys. Jesus says this
Wait,
picture
but
looks like Haile Selassie as a
wait,
child.
but if you say this is,
That's a
if you
good
say
point.
that, if you say that one is Jesus, then what will you say? Who will you say this one is then?
Let me see.
Let me find you. Wait.
I want to see this one.
Very special guy like this. Where is he now?
He looks like a madman in Manhattan.
Oh my goodness.
No, but this is what they say, that if he existed at that time,
I can just see him turning tables over and screaming. I can picture him washing feet.
Is this uni, bro? This uni, this.
Afro, I can smell him from here. I can smell him from here.
Can you buy this guy 2 beggars, please? This is not healthy.
You should buy him what?
Is this the beggar?
2 beggars.
If you buy him 2 beggars, he'll eat them without washing his hands.
Yes, after using outside.
And this is the same guy. You hear Nigerian pastors say that Jesus walked into my room and took me on a tour of Bauchi State. Jesus had no shoes on. Huh?
But my sister, imagine walking up and seeing this face. Me, I'll die of heart attack.
Is that Jesus' eyes lazier than his brain?
Jules, the smell would take you out first. Remember, he never used to wash. Very unhygienic man.
Yeah, because he didn't have a woman he was going back home to now. He didn't have any family, or the guy was roaming around the desert. So there was no need for him to.
His fetish was washing other men's feet.
Hygiene conscious. No, there was no need.
His fetish was washing other men's feet. If you notice from the story, nobody washed his feet. He washed all their feet.
The guy just gathered his own little.
Hello, guys.
His own little. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Yeah, the guy just put together his own little cult. His own little cult, and now the cult gained popularity.
Can I please add or ask a question here?
Sorry, 1 minute, right? So I'm sorry. Afro, you see this feet washing, right? So I was speaking to, I don't know if you know the Mahdi Muslims. It's a new set of Muslims that are
Mahdi, yes, Ahmadi, yes.
Now, do you know
their cult was raided recently?
Yeah, I knew, and they said it's normal. It's persecution even Jesus faced. They had to find a way to say it's a persecution.
Oh my goodness.
So one of them said, in fact, I heard it from another Muslim why he's debunking it, that the Mahdi said that what happened on the day Christ was washing these people's feet was that Christ was sharing his sperm to all of them to drink. Right? Relax. I was like, what? So I went to speak to one of the ambassadors who hosts TikTok Live. So I asked him, so is it true that the Mahdi, the man himself, gave such teaching? He said yes, this is one of the things that even the church fathers, that if you go back and study the early popes and the bishops and the Catholics, that they sleep with the little boys in the missionary there, right? And this is what a hidden secret about the church, that if we're thinking this is not true, we should check some lost books of the Bible, where letter of the book of Barnabas and the rest of those books, right? That yes, and I studied, right? One of the book made claim that Jesus was wearing a revealing linens with the boys, right? That's with his disciples and all that. That these are hidden secrets about Jesus. That's why the canonization didn't take such books, because it showed the sexual part or the spiritual part of Jesus. That these are secrets hidden in the Vatican about the person of Jesus, that he liked boys. I messed up. And it's what the guy believes that
all that
was
can be
revealed
true.
to him.
All that can be true.
I mean, in the Bible, it
I
does
just want
say
to
that he
ask
was
a
washing
question
the
here.
feet naked. He just had a towel wrapped around his waist. It does
Hey,
say so
guys.
in the
But
Bible.
that's the point the guy was making, that what happened there was, but this was so much big claim. So when I asked him, but what you're saying is just induction, you can't give so much proof. He said, go and check the lost books of the Bible. You see most of them talked about these sexual activities of Jesus. And then when you bring them together, somehow you can just lean towards it a bit.
Okay. The gentleman wants to say something.
All right. Thank you very much.
Before you
My
carry on,
concern here is
before you carry on, are you a Christian?
no, I'm not.
Oh
Quick
no.
question. Do you
Oh,
think Jesus Christ is the Holy
Okay, now can I continue?
you've been here before, right? You've been here before.
Yeah, more time. If you can
Okay.
see, I'm already at level 8. My
I know,
concern
I
here
know.
today
You've
is
been here
I'm
before. Yeah,
wondering why.
go on.
Yeah, my concern here is that I'm wondering how at this time, by this time, we were still like contemplating about Jesus himself, which I want to say is the origin of religion, which we all if not say fighting against for now. My worries now is why even worry about Jesus himself when we've not already decoded that all that are fictional is true, it's not true. The question is, we want to ask any person, what is the reason why anyone in his own right mind wants to belong or choose Christianity, religion, Jesus Christ as? What could be the reason? Is it for salvation, for provision, for what is the reason? With anyone with his own common sense, what is the reason? And proving there's nothing so-called Jesus Christ can prove for anyone.
Nothing.
By experience, and this has been proven. So why still keep on debating about Jesus? If you want to look back, even in the stories, now we are hearing different stories. According to the Bible, if we want to follow the Bible itself, being it fictional, everything that is written about Jesus Christ is even like good. He went about healing, preaching, love, consolation, and all that shit, which we know it's not true. We never learned that he did this thing that is bad, or that. Okay, it's fictional anyway, but that is the preaching and things. But it's not applicable to life today. And as a result of that, what is any person with no right sense would want to engage into religion? Are you going for like a job that you get paid, you get healing, you will get you for salvation for what? It doesn't make any sense. So arguing and wasting the time about so-called Jesus Christ has claimed that who has died and died for thousands of years again to the modern day life that we are living now. I will not have much to argue with any person. If you choose to, no problem. I can only ask the same question. What is the reason why you take your time, your energy to go worshiping, participating in the religion? What is the reason? Are you going there for being paid to get healings, or that is just a question? Because
Are you asking us questions? Oh,
everyone here, because I'm surprised you take the time deliberating like the other guy. He couldn't even answer. The simple question is supposed to be, okay, what is the reason?
Okay.
They definitely will not give you.
So for me, and maybe some of us here, when we think about how much this Jesus religion has invaded the continent, it is to the point now where we have to ask the question, why why do we still need this Jesus character in this modern day? If we can have
Same thing I'm
2 to
asking.
3, hold on. If we can have 2 to 3 million preachers, we should also be able to have 2 to 3 million people who are doing the opposite of what the pastors are doing. It needs to happen. It needs to happen so that people can start to get their senses back. It's really pitiful. You go and look at today, earlier on today, I was watching a pastor in his church today. Yeah, during the service, he's busy going into the crowd. He's talking, oh, you, what is your name? Your name, your name is this. Oh, there's a lady here. There's somebody here. You should see all these people. You can see the look on their faces. They're waiting for their own case to be called or to be talked about. They all gather for the one man. One man. They all gather. And why? Because they think that this is how they do this belief, this believing of the Jesus religion, right? It's a pity.
Yeah, I got you.
It is a pity. You need to see
But
some
then,
of these things. Wait, no.
we all know that all this has.
Wait. You need to see some
I'm
of the
getting
things.
you.
You need to see some of the structures that they have put up in the name of this God. Some of these structures, they are not fit for human gathering. Some of those structures they have put together, they are just ticking time bombs. Some of them are in the name of starting a church. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry can just wake up one morning and decide that God has called me. So for you to say, why do we take our time doing this? Well, I guess we've got a passion for it. I have a passion for it. I'm not happy that people have been lied to for such a long time. I'm not happy about that.
Yes. Thank you very much. I've been a victim, and now
we've got a pastor
I'm
here.
pissing off the pain.
We've got a pastor here.
No, I'm saying I kind of,
Wait,
if not
hold
say
on.
advice,
Wait,
simple question
wait,
should
hold
be,
on, hold
let me
on.
make this clear to you. Let me make this clear to you. For anyone that says a believer and is fighting, defending religion today, the simple question is, for example, now I am having headache, or you're having headache, then you go and take paracetamol. After a while, you know that you'll be fine, proven and tested. So the question is, instead of deliberating and asking, bashing about any other, asking, what is the reason why you're engaging your time, your energy, and everything into religion? Are you going there to be healed, to be saved, to be paid, to be provided for, or something? It doesn't work like that. Can you give me a proof that you go to this church, you get healed?
You were talking about God on your platform. Which God were you talking about?
Also, just dude,
are you asking me that question?
No. Well, I gotta say something to you. Do you think that's not what we do every single time? Why do you believe what you believe? What is your evidence for what you believe?
Are you asking me the same question?
Literally what we do every single day. Have you listened to these lies?
People have deconstructed because of what we do.
Yes.
Yeah, we do the exact thing.
I understand, and I part of it.
Can we get to the pastor, please? Just hold on. Please.
Simple question.
Let's
you
wait.
Ask him, what is the reason?
I get what you're saying. Look, Oga, there is no one size fits all. How we need to have this kind of conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a suggestion, please.
I understand that. Depending on the person who comes, depending on the conversation, we just take it from there. Yeah.
Many of us been doing this for a very long time.
All right. We've got a pastor here with us. Pastor Tim. Hello, Pastor Tim. Are you a pastor, or? Pastor Tim, are you there?
I'm there.
Hey, greetings. Are you
Good
a
evening,
pastor?
everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I am one. I'm one. I'm
Oh, you're a
one.
pastor. Well done. Did you go to,
Yes.
did you do church today?
No. I don't have a church. I'm in a new environment. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're still, are you waiting to start your own church soon or what?
I already have a ministry. I didn't have any church. I have ministry.
Oh, you have a
Just
ministry.
going out for
Okay.
programs.
Where does your ministry, do you have a ministry online?
Not really, but I have a name online, which is Ever Ambassador Ministry.
Ever Ambassador. Did you
Could I
say
ask-
ever? Wait. Did you say Ever Ambassador?
Heaven,
Oh,
not
sorry.
ever.
Heaven Ambassador.
Yes.
I'm curious.
So you
and-
wait. It is
Sorry,
just
sorry.
one. So you said a Heaven Ambassador, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when were you ordained as a pastor?
Nobody ordained me as a pastor.
Okay, you
That-
just chose the name for yourself.
And I didn't jump into it.
You didn't jump into it.
I didn't jump into it. So I
wait,
have an
hold
encounter
on.
like 30 years ago.
There we go.
You had an encounter.
Yes, just one-on-one. Not
Wait, hold
issue
on,
of
hold on. One
anyone
second.
calling me into the
One
ministry. or
second.
church.
So you were not ordained,
I'm not ordained by anybody.
but you had an encounter.
Yes.
And in that encounter, did they tell you that you should make yourself a pastor?
I should do what?
You should call yourself pastor.
Do you know the meaning of pastor?
I don't know. Tell me. I don't know.
The meaning of pastor is just like a teacher.
A teacher. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Usually
Just
teachers have
like a
credentials.
Now, it is just hold on. Teacher of what?
Just like a teacher. That's what it means.
Teacher of what?
Teacher of what?
Yes. What are you teaching?
Of what I had a encounter with.
Okay. So you
The
are
encounter
teaching.
I had.
You are teaching.
Okay, let me simplify
Wait,
it.
hold on. You are teaching about the encounter you had 30 years ago.
Yes.
What was the encounter you had 30 years ago?
That's just it. I think I enjoyed the area you were talking about when you're talking about believer. Let me just tell you that everybody on the earth, each and everyone, we are all believers. It now depends on what you believe in. Everybody, atheist is a believer. Judas is a
No,
believer.
sir, you cannot tell me that.
Hindus is a believer.
Guys, just one second. Okay, I want to know about your encounter from 30 years ago.
That's where I'm going.
Yes, please.
So everybody is a believer. It depends on what you believe in. It depends on what occurred to you personally that you now say yes. You cast your belief in it.
Okay, that's fine. But
yes.
your encounter.
So with my encounter now that I have is with my maker.
You encountered your maker.
Yes.
You talk to Dad?
So tell me,
who happened to be God?
Wait, hold on. Your maker.
Yes.
This maker made you?
Yes. I did not exist on my own. I came from somewhere and I'm going back to the place I came from.
Where did you come from and where are you going back to?
So I came from eternal life. A life that has no end. And I'm going back to that eternal life.
Wait, you came from eternal line, and you became a mortal being.
Yes.
And now you're going to go back to eternal. Then what was the point? What was the point of coming here? Why didn't they just make you stay in this eternal plane?
Oh, that's why I said I am heaven ambassador.
Oh, I see. So because they
so
let
a
you out,
representative of that
they let
eternal
you
life
out
on
of
this earth.
the rat race there, and you're here now temporarily. So now you're heaven ambassador.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just it.
That makes sense. So, but if they
Yes.
let you out here, this eternal place, they let you out here, and now you are here. So they still came to encounter you again.
That's why I'm telling you that the kind of a believer you be depends on what you believe.
Okay, so tell me about the encounter. Tell me about
the encounter now is just
the encounter.
is what makes me to be. Is what made me to be what I call pastor, which is just a teacher.
Tell me about the encounter, please.
And that's where I'm going now.
Please, can we go?
So the encounter is just as if you know your purpose on the earth. Many people that doesn't know their purpose on the earth, they are just here living for nothing, thinking that they are just here to die and they are going nowhere.
Could you tell me who does that specifically?
Yes, I repeat myself. I say that many people on this earth, they are living as if they are just here to die and they are going nowhere.
Again.
No, but no, hold on. Encounter.
A person that is living here.
Oga, please tell me about the encounter. Encounter.
I've told you now. I told you that the encounter I'm talking about is just my maker telling me that this is whom you are. This is what you are here for. And that's what made me a pastor, a teacher.
The maker came down to speak to you, or where did the maker come from? And where did this conversation take place?
The conversation took place like the belief you have and the kind of believer you are. There's something you believe in. And that which you believe in, there is something that convinced you inside of you that made you to think that, yes, this is what I believe. The same way you had that conviction inside of you, that the same way I have that conviction. What makes you an atheist, the conviction you have inside of you that made you an atheist is the kind of conviction I have inside of me.
Nalai, that's not true. You just said
you
had an encounter. Wait, excuse
me.
You said you had an encounter with your maker.
Yes.
We atheists do not have encounters with any maker.
Okay, what do you have?
We don't have any encounters with makers.
And what do you have?
So I want to know about this encounter with your maker.
No. What do you have?
We just don't believe. We don't believe. That's it.
You are a believer. You believe.
No,
do you know
not.
the meaning of? Can you just tell me the meaning of atheist?
What do I believe? What do I believe?
Yeah, just tell me the meaning of atheist.
Someone who doesn't believe in God.
In what?
Someone who doesn't believe in God.
And what does that person believe in?
Someone who doesn't believe.
Someone that believes God is not in existence.
Someone who doesn't believe.
Someone who doesn't have evidence that a God exists.
That one that believes that there's nothing like God.
There's no need for belief. There's no evidence. Stop trying to twist the word.
No, I'm just telling you what it really means.
It doesn't mean that. Can you look in the dictionary and see what it means? Stop making shit up. He's telling us that we believe that there's no God. That is our belief.
Yes, is your belief that there's no God?
We do not believe.
Pardon me.
Is it not what you are? Is it not the same thing?
I'm speaking.
Oga, it is not the same thing.
Wait a minute.
It's not the same thing that I believe that God is not in existence.
No. Question.
No.
I'm going to ask you a question.
You have no belief.
To ask you a question. Thank you.
Okay.
Who is the expert on what I believe? You or me?
What is what? I can't hear you clearly.
Who is the expert on what I personally believe? Me or you?
I didn't get your question. You said through what?
Is the expert who knows better what I
Okay,
believe?
okay. Who
Me
is who knows better? The person that says about ethics, Abi, the
No,
person
the
that's
person who is the person or someone else. I don't care what's about. Who is the
okay.
expert on what that person believes? The person or someone else?
Do you know one thing about what you are talking about? I
Once
might know more
again,
about
I
ethics
asked you a
than you
direct
do.
question. I'm going to expect
I
you to
know
answer.
more than ethics than you do.
Atheist cats,
Somebody,
the
you
question
might
you're
not be
This guy,
an
this guy,
atheist
the guy
and you
just
know more
said,
than
wait,
ethics.
the question you're
Guys,
asking him is too difficult.
the guy just said he knows more about atheism than atheists themselves.
Cool. This should be fun. So, could you tell me
It's no fun.
what's the last
Pastor, can't you just say that you are confused? You are confused. You don't know what you are doing and you cannot defend yourself. You know something, a person more than the way it is. A simple question: who is the expert of what one's believe? You don't even understand that, and you cannot say you've been drifting. And Pastor, you guys are paying. It's pain. In real life, reality. You keep deceiving yourself just because of things that you were born into and you are used to. Disengage yourself, unlearn and learn. Face reality. It's as simple as that. You are talking about an encounter of 30 years ago. Can you give a proof now to this? Okay, after the encounter, what is the benefits applicable to your life today and others? You can't.
All right.
If
Let
people want to follow you, will waste all day.
Let him tell us about. I really want to hear about the encounter and with his maker.
How many minutes given to him that is drifting?
It's okay
here and
now.
there?
It's okay. Let him. I want to hear from him. Pastor Tim, please, if you mute yourself. You didn't tell me where the conversation took place. Can you unmute yourself, sir? Pastor Tim. The conversation with your maker, where did it take place? Where, when, what did the person say? Good questions, Pastor Tim, hello. Pastor Tim.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
There are two questions you have asked me now. Which one you want me to take first?
Where did the conversation take place with your maker? Where were you when your maker came to talk to you?
Where am I? I'm still in myself. I'm still at least as you are now. You have your conscience.
No, I meant
your conscience can speak to you.
No, your location at the time. Where were you when the maker came to speak to you?
I'm not in the right place I am, but I am in a place which I know vividly is the state is called Kwara State.
Were you at home?
I'm not at home. I'm in a place, I'm in a field.
Okay, so you're in the field. Were you by yourself?
Yes. Did you say quantum?
Yes. I went with my uncle's wife to that place, and then that's where I had the encounter.
You went to your uncle's wife in the field.
Me and my uncle's wife went out.
Mm-hmm. What were you doing together in the field?
No. It's okay. Just listen.
No.
You and uncle's wife went.
He said he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing earlier.
Okay. You and your uncle's wife.
I didn't say I'm doing anything. I said we went for.
You and your uncle's wife.
We were together. That's what I said.
Okay. Did she see this encounter?
No. It's only me. That's why I said that. It's me, not she.
Okay,
me
so
personally.
So you were out in the field, an encounter happened. So tell us, describe the events that happened during this encounter.
Okay, the event that happened is just, I have a conviction in my mind, and that conviction, I heard a voice talking to me. And the voice spoke and told me that you are my representative on this earth. And this is what you are meant to do. And from that day, I keep on hearing that voice talking to me. From that day, I keep on hearing what I should do with my life. I keep on hearing what I should do with people around me. I keep on hearing what many people cannot even hear personally. Sometimes it comes audibly, and I will tell you, did you hear this? You tell me no. I will say, okay, this is what I just heard. And when I told some people if I heard anything about them, they will confirm it. That yes, you are right. From that day up to today, I keep on hearing the voice. So that's the encounter I had.
Okay, so this voice, yeah. So now you believe that this voice is your maker.
Yes, it's my
Was
maker.
it?
Because everything you have been saying, I'm confirming
All
it.
right, all right. So this voice,
And
was it
others are
coming?
confirming it.
Was the voice coming from inside your head, or was it coming from outside?
It comes. There is something they call inner mind,
Mm-hmm.
like a still voice that
A
comes
still
from
voice.
inner mind.
Inner
And
mind.
there is a voice they call audible voice that
Audible.
comes from outside, as if somebody is talking to me.
Okay, so which one
So
was
I
it
do
that
hear
came?
the two.
So which one came on the day of the encounter?
The one that came, I hear it just like audible.
And you mean that your maker came to talk to you, to tell you what exactly?
And that's what I'm saying, that he told me about my purpose on this earth. And he told me about what I'm here for. I'm not just here to live and die. So I'm here for a purpose. And from that day, I continuously fulfill that purpose in every of my journey, in every of my works.
What job do you do? What job do you do on a day-to-day? What's your job?
Initially, I'm a teacher.
And now, what do you do? What do you do now?
And that's why I told you I'm a pastor.
So you have your own ministry now?
Yes.
How do you pay your bills?
Which bills?
How do you buy food? How do you cater for your family? Where do you get monies from?
As I am now, provision comes from my family, it comes from my people, it comes from the people of God around me. That's my family.
Do they pay tithe and offering in this your ministry?
Me, I don't collect tithe, I don't collect offering in my programs. But
Okay, but how do you make money? How do you make
people
money?
give to me voluntarily.
They give to you. Why? Why are they giving money to you? What are you doing for them?
So the people that believe in what I believe, as I've told you, I'm a teacher from beginning. I do teach whatever I see from that my work. I use it for myself. I'm a mathematician. I'm a mathematics teacher. I went to school. I had my primary, secondary, higher institution.
I'm asking now. I'm asking now. What's your employment? Do you still work as a teacher?
Presently, I didn't work as a teacher again. I left that teaching job.
So now, what do you do?
That's what I'm telling you. I say I'm a pastor.
Where
I
you
go out to
pastoring?
do programs
Remember
with people.
Earlier on, you
Yes.
said you don't have a church right now.
Yes, I don't have.
So where do you pastor?
I organize programs.
What sort of programs?
Yes.
Programs for what? What is the goal of the programs?
That's just what I've told you about, to teach people whom they are on the earth.
So you organize programs to teach people who they are
Yes.
on this earth.
Yes.
And then
Teach them about
people pay you
about
money.
their maker.
Where do you get your own information from? The information
told you
that you're
earlier.
using to give them.
I told you earlier that I heard from God. That's my
30 years ago.
Yes.
30 years ago.
Yes.
a brief encounter from 30 years ago.
Yes.
And now you're a pastor as a result.
Yes.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, you
How
can
much
go
do you
ahead.
charge?
How
much do you charge for the programs?
How much do I don't collect bills. I don't collect all those things that they are collecting in my program. I don't collect it.
Really?
I do program. I give to people.
Wait a minute, hold on. So people don't pay for the program?
Well, how can you give to?
I do it with. I do it within my.
You don't have it.
Wait. He was starting to say, do people pay for the program?
I say nobody pay for my programs. I organized.
Can I just say something very quickly, guys? Wait, hold on, please, hold on. Guys, do you remember 3 days ago, a man came here by the name of David something Rock, and he said after 3 days, he had a message.
Yep.
That after 3 days, that I will become a Christian or something like that.
You'd have experience.
He said the only way I can get out of it is if I repent.
Right.
Well, I gave it some more time. 10:30 was the exact time. It is now almost midnight here. So that means that the Christian God is fake.
Well, no, you might have repented. Did you repent?
Can I ask Chicha a question, please?
You can go ahead. I didn't understand what you are talking about.
Just let me finish. Somebody came and gave a message that God sent him to you. That
to you.
3 days, yes. In 3 days.
Okay, to you. Okay.
In 3 days, I will be by force a Christian.
Okay.
If I don't repent. So I've not repented. I am not a Christian. So
okay, he just gave you a word that in the next 3 days you are going to become a Christian.
So that means
that
his message has failed. It's okay. No. I'm not asking you, and I'm just informing the people.
I'm saying that one is his opinion.
I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm talking to the other people. I'm saying that the Christian God has failed. The Christian God is fake. Yeah, go on and ask your question to him.
Oh, Chicha, what is 4 squared, Chicha?
4 square. 4 square. I didn't understand. You say what is 4 square?
Yeah, 4 squared.
4 square as a diagram, as a rectangle.
I said 4 squared. What is the answer?
I didn't understand what you mean by what is 4 squared.
4
squared. 4 to the second power.
Okay, 4 to the power of 2.
Okay. Is that what you say? 4 raised to power 2, which is 16.
Say, are you a math teacher or you're just playing with us?
What
I think you have a question to ask.
Say, you said you are a math teacher. I heard you.
I told you before I started.
How come you didn't understand when I said 4 squared?
I didn't hear you clearly.
I said 4 squared.
4 square is 4 raised to power 2. I clarify it, which is what?
No, you didn't clarify. Atheistic case did that for you. So besides that, Pastor, do you have evidence of what you are preaching to people, like the evidence of God?
I've told you one of it.
So you said you heard the voice of God.
Yes, that's one of it.
So,
if you want to...
yeah, I heard you. Do you know that right now, if Afro atheist calls me, right? I'll say hi Afro because I've spoke to her countless times. I now know her voice. So how do you know the voice speaking to you as the voice of God?
Because my conscience is telling me this person that is talking to me, and apart from that, what he says it as my maker.
How do you know that the voice speaking to you was the voice of God? Because you've never had the face-to-face conversation with him that you can recognize his voice.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you now. Just listen to me.
How did you know that voice was God?
And that's what I'm saying now. Just listen to me. carefully. So a voice that came that says, "You are my representative, I'm your maker." Do you know that voice
How did you know that it was God? Because Satan can
And
do
that's what I'm
the same
saying
thing
now.
too.
That's what I'm telling you, that the voice that told me
Okay,
who
we do
I
have
am
another pastor.
and who
You can
he
go
is.
on, my sister Afro
No,
Atheist,
no,
but I
no.
don't think
I've got something to tell him, please, before we move on.
Okay,
I hope you're listening, right?
I'm listening to you.
Hearing voices or
Yes.
auditory hallucinations is a common symptom associated with several psychiatric and psychological conditions,
Yes.
typically involving psychosis or trauma. The
Oh,
following
yes.
mental health conditions are most frequently linked to hearing voices:
Yes.
schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder. These are
Okay.
auditory hallucinations as their core symptoms. Individuals
Okay.
may hear multiple voices, either conversing with each other or speaking directly to them. Bipolar
yes.
disorder. During episodes of mania or severe depression, some
Oh, yes.
individuals may experience psychotic symptoms, including
Oh,
hearing
yes.
voices.
Oh, yes.
I need to mute you, please, because now the oh yes is sounding a bit strange. Severe depression. In cases of psychotic depression, individuals can experience distressing auditory hallucinations such as critical or negative voices. Post-traumatic stress disorder experiences can cause people to hear voices that may replay the trauma or act as critical commentators. Dissociative disorders. Conditions like dissociative identity disorder can involve hearing voices, which are often experienced as different parts or alters within a person's mind. And then borderline personality disorder. Under times of extreme stress, individuals with borderline personality disorder can experience brief, transient psychosis symptoms, including hearing voices, right? Not everyone who hears voices has a mental illness. It can be linked to intense stress, severe sleep deprivation, or trauma. I put it to you, as a Nigerian, having been born and living in Nigeria, where over 139 million people are facing, what is it called, Afro? The poverty they're facing is extreme. I put it to you, multi-dimensional poverty. I put it to you that you experience, either you've experienced some of these conditions or all of them, or that you heard this voice due to intense stress, right? Or severe sleep deprivation because of thinking about your situation, or maybe you had some kind of trauma. There is no God that spoke to you. You did not have any encounter.
Okay, can I talk now?
Pastor, can I ask you one last
Okay,
question?
let me just say something concerning what you just read. What you have read now is just telling me that you are talking about the side effect of hearing voices as hallucination and the likes. But what I'm hearing is a clear voice
not a
and
side
doesn't
effect.
give me
This is
any
a-
side effect for
This
30
is
good years.
this is not a
I'm
side
still normal.
effect. Olga, this is not a side effect. These
Is
are
what?
mental health problems that cause you to hear voices. It's not a side effect.
Okay,
Someone said
what?
lack of sex can be the
Okay,
cause.
Pastor, can I ask you a question?
Hold
Are
on,
you married,
hold on,
Pastor?
hold on, hold
You
on. Before
you
you
can
ask
go
the
ahead. You
question,
can go
hold on,
ahead.
please hold on. Please hold on. Pastor,
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
30 years, you've heard this voice.
Yeah.
Are you a rich man?
A rich man as how?
You get money for bank?
Is it hearing voice that makes one rich? I didn't understand.
Simple question.
Are you a rich man?
It brings me to. I want to ask
I
a
didn't
question.
know
but
what you
please
what
hold on
you.
now.
I
See,
don't know
please.
what the
I'll
what
wait.
the.
Yes.
I
Please
don't
just hold
know.
on.
I don't know the measurement of your own weight or rich or I didn't understand. Your
Do you
richness,
do
I
you
don't know.
have do you have millions in your account?
Do I have to tell you that I have millions in my account before I can tell you my own belief?
No, not at all. I just want you to answer the question.
It
and I'll
doesn't
tell you where
correlate.
I'm
It
going.
doesn't correlate.
Okay.
It doesn't tally.
Okay. So
Doesn't tally.
let me the reason why I'm asking this question is this. You have been speaking to this voice for 30 years. What benefit has this voice brought to your life?
Thank you.
Because today, look at you now.
Let me
You
just
have-
answer your
wait,
question
let
first.
me
You have asked
finish.
me a
Let me
question.
finish. You have no church. You're
Yes.
online. On TikTok, you are organizing
Not
programs.
on TikTok.
Okay.
Not
okay.
online.
You are
I'm on site.
organizing.
I do go for program on site.
You go for
Meeting
program.
people's need.
You go for program. What kind of
Yes.
program?
That's what I'm saying. I said I'm teacher of the. I'm teacher. Pastor means
You are
teacher.
teachered.
Yes, I'm a teacher.
Where did you learn to be this teacher of this, whatever it is that you're doing? And please don't tell me it was that voice from 30 years ago. Did you go to
Let me
any
just tell
Bible
you
school?
what
Did you
happened.
go to any Bible school?
By God's grace, I attended only one Bible school.
How many years ago was this?
That one is going to 20 years now.
And which one? Which Bible school did you go to?
Testimony Chapel Bible School in Lagos.
Did you pass?
But I had a award. Enough award.
Are you married by any chance? Are you married with
By
children?
God's grace, I'm married.
And children?
Everybody, my wife is with me here. I'm
And
here.
how do you feed your family?
That's the question that you are telling me that my God cannot feed me.
I am
That's
not
why you
telling
are saying how
anything.
much I have in my account.
I'm not telling anything. I just want
My
to know,
maker
how do you
is
feed
giving me
your
what I
family?
need.
Your
That's what I'm
maker,
saying.
your
Yes.
maker is giving you what you need.
Yes.
Your maker is not giving you anything.
Okay, what is he giving me?
Please,
No,
please,
because no,
Let me
No,
finish.
you are
finish
diving into
now.
my
This is the
personal life.
guy
Just let me
because of the
finish,
belief.
please.
gather people, take their
Wait.
money.
Wait now.
You are being too
Which
diplomatic with this.
which maker is giving you anything? Where do you see the maker where they give you anything?
Okay, where I see the person that
Where the
need me
maker
that
will
is giving me.
won't this your maker need humans to do things for you, to give you stuff? Is your maker going to come down and come and give you money?
If I tell you what you just asked now, you will not believe. If I tell you I've collected a bunch of money without nobody giving it to me,
Where did you
but
collect it
you will
from?
not believe.
Where did
You
you
will not
collect it
believe.
from?
Just
Where
let
did you
me-
collect? Where
let
did
me-
you collect it from?
Just you will not believe because you are atheist.
No, not
You don't
that.
believe
Where
that
did you
God can
collect
do
the
that.
money from?
So if I tell you now, you can't believe.
God definitely did not give you the money. So where did you
That's what
collect
we
the
are
money
saying now.
from?
That's what you will say. If I tell you now,
But no,
how
tell me,
God
because
provided
oh
for
God,
me.
now you're sounding suspicious now.
Okay, thank
How
you.
can you
Just tell
collect?
me the
Listen, how
suspicious
can you
area.
be collecting money? Where are you collecting the money from?
And that's why I'm saying that if I tell you, it's just provision now. It's just a provision.
Provision from where?
That's why I'm saying God provided for my need.
How?
And that's why I'm telling you, if I tell you now, if I even tell you what is in my account, you won't believe.
I'm curious to go and see
So
what is.
now, if I tell you now, I got the provision, you will not believe. Because you say you did not believe that God
It's
exists.
not a matter of whether I believe or I do not.
You will not
Oga,
believe.
please excuse me.
The
It is
one I
not a
told
matter.
you now, you
Can
didn't
you
believe.
hold on? Listen, it's not a matter of whether I believe or I do not believe. I'm asking you a question. Where did these monies come from?
Where it come from?
Yes.
I told you once, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to stretch a point of what I believe and the source of my provision.
All right, you didn't say the source.
And once I tell you now, the source of my provision, as in how I'm getting my own provision, I'm getting everything I'm using. So it's not something that I will explain to you and you believe it. If I tell you now this is the way God provides, you will say, "Who God? Did you see that God?" You have even told me before. That did you see that God? When I told you that God spoke to me, you said, "Did I see him?"
Let me tell you guys, right? The reason why I'm asking these questions is
Yeah.
a lot of these preachers and men of God or whatever it is,
Yes.
have created a culture where they don't have to go to work at all.
Okay.
It's the other people who go to work
Yeah.
and bring monies to them.
Yeah.
Many lazy people have become pastors.
Yes.
Some have succeeded at it. I hear you. I hear you. Thanks. Some have they have succeeded at it.
Yes.
Become multimillionaires.
Yeah.
But the most of them, they can't keep up. Now this is a man with a wife and I think with children as well. Hasn't got a day job. He's just organizing programs.
Yeah.
Organizing programs.
Yeah.
And you wonder why 141 million Nigerians are living in poverty.
Mm. Did you remember I told you that I'm a teacher?
You don't teach anymore.
I'm a graduate.
You don't teach anymore.
I started using this
after
work
30 years.
I'm doing. Listen.
After
Just let me
30
clarify
years.
this.
Innocent
Let me
wife and
clarify this.
children behind you over there.
Listen now. Listen. When you are talking, I listen to you. I use
Continue lying to
everything I
yourself.
earn from my teaching profession to take care of what I'm doing out there with people.
Isn't that money you're supposed to keep for a time when you're not going to be able to work?
No. That's not the way you should live your life if you are living a life of eternity.
Hey, no, 80 scats, please. No. Hold on. Did you guys hear that?
Yes,
this guy
that's
is
what I'm
living.
saying. When
He
you
is
say you
living
are
for the
saving
eternal.
for future,
Can you let me
you are
finish,
saving
please?
for
Wait,
future.
please. Pastor Tim. Guys, this gentleman is living his life for eternal life. So the money that he made teaching, he's now used it for his whatever, I don't know what. So it's like we're living day to day now because of this eternal place that we're going to, where they wouldn't need money. How is this
Man, this is what this man do.
How is this a good way to live life?
Let me explain to you if you don't understand what he does.
No,
Please,
I understand.
I have experience on this.
I understand. I don't need it. I understand it 100%. This is why I'm taking my time to go through these questions. I understand it.
This man,
It's
this
so
man,
heartbreaking.
sister,
Please,
this
can I
man-
just talk?
No, Pastor, wait.
Let me
Let me
just
tell you
talk
what
now.
you are doing.
If you save the
hold
money
on.
you are
Hold
earning,
on.
just
No,
listen to me. If you
please
save
hold
the
on.
money
I
you
want
are earning,
him to finish what he's saying. If you save the money you're earning,
yes, you are earning every day for a future. Do you think you are going to live up to tomorrow?
So
Do
you
you
shouldn't-
think that
so
as
you
you are
shouldn't
sleeping
save?
tonight, you will wake up tomorrow? You own your soul.
So
you are
you
the one
shouldn't
that created
save-
that soul. You
so
are
you
going to
shouldn't
wake
save
up
any
tomorrow.
money. Wait. So are you saying
Everything you are
wait,
saving
see now? Are you saying you
for
shouldn't
future.
save any money because you might not wake up tomorrow?
That's not how to live.
No, I'm asking a question. Are you saying that we should not
brainwashing
save?
is a
Wait,
killer. It's a disease. Brainwashing is a disease.
Are you
It's not
saying? Are you
brainwashing.
saying
This is
that?
not brainwashing.
Where's the
This
other
is a
pastor?
life,
Pastor, come
and
back
it's a
now.
lifestyle.
Pastor, please come back. I apologize. We kept you waiting for so long. Pastor, come back. Please let me bring that pastor. Let me invite Pastor back, I beg. So wait, did you just say that because you're not sure if you're gonna wake up tomorrow, you shouldn't have any, you shouldn't keep some money for tomorrow.
What you have is enough for today. Whatever that you have remain, it doesn't mean that you are keeping it and saving it for tomorrow. And what you are going to use for tomorrow, out of it you can use it. But not the future you are talking about. You are talking about future now. That when you grow old and then you cannot do anything, so who will be taking care of you? Who will be taking care of your wife, your children? Who will be doing this and that? Is that not what you mean?
Yes.
I'm not telling you that. Do you think that what you are earning now and you are saving for future, you are going to eat out of it? Do you think you are going to even live up to that future you are talking about? What if we die tomorrow? What if we die tomorrow? That's the question.
The question now is already deviation.
Because you can die tomorrow, so you shouldn't build up some savings for your family. No, even if you die tomorrow, what about the children that you have given birth to? What about the wife that you're going to leave behind?
The children, I don't marry a wife that will not work.
But you are not working.
That can work.
And you are not working.
You are not working.
And you are not working.
And that's why I'm saying that I don't marry a wife that will not, and I will not have a children that will not work.
But you are not
working. This is my own belief might be different
working.
from my children belief. I will not impose my belief on them.
But you are not
in
working.
already.
Wait a minute. I don't care if he lives that way. I got a question. Do you tell your flock this? Do you tell the people who follow you this?
That they should not save for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And for future purpose.
Do you tell your people this?
It's my own personal belief. I didn't teach them all this. I don't teach them how to spend their money. They have the brain. They have the brain to know. Just listen.
Knowledge is power.
They will use their money.
He cannot claim you.
This is my
doesn't live in Nigeria. Sorry, he doesn't live in the United Kingdom.
This is my personal belief.
Here's the problem.
This is my own. Do you live? Sorry, Oga, do you live? You live in Nigeria, right?
I'm in Nigeria presently.
Okay, so no universal credit or PIP for him. No.
I found who he works with, and the other ministry he works with.
Okay.
Thank you.
So hold on, and that's why I would like you to make me large for a second, because I went and just digging around. You say these programs are free, right? All right.
It is that don't go to search.
So my question is, can you talk to us about? Sorry, gotta get back up. Tell us about him.
I should talk to you about.
Tell us about this.
I should talk about atheists.
Talk about this.
Okay. Let me check.
This is
koinonia. You should check it. It's from you.
This is koinonia. Koinonia is a different ministry.
Yeah, this is
a ministry. This is a ministry in Nigeria.
It's connected to you, what you do.
No, it's not. It's
not connected to me. I'm not. It's not.
It is. I looked into it.
Okay. How is it connected to him?
Because there's a way you can find these things
that he works for, this little Heavens. What was it? Heavens emissary.
Ambassador.
Ambassador. I got it from your page, from your post. Is a subgroup, is underneath this.
This is not my own.
They are directly connected.
Page.
Okay.
This is not my page. I don't know anything about this.
80s cats. I recognize this, and I can guarantee you, he's got no connection to this one.
Afro.
I don't have anything to do
at
with
his
this.
post. I'm looking at the organization he's with. I'm looking at the hashtag. He directly connects with his information.
Yes,
You can
yes.
look they are connected.
80s cats. This is what they do. This is just to bring attention to themselves. He can't be connected to Joshua Selman. This one is run by Joshua Selman. This is Joshua Selman's.
I'm not in Colonia.
I'm saying it's a shell.
The page is not mine, and I didn't have any connection with it.
No. Using your page, your organization that you work with, from what I'm seeing, is a shell for them.
No. I don't have anything to do with them.
Then why are you hashtagging it?
Yes, that is the thing.
No. I'm asking.
I never tagged them.
Hold on.
Because
please.
I looked at.
Hold on.
Okay, never mind.
All these small preachers, them, all these small ones. They want to be like the big guys, right? Like
did more than that.
Did you know me? Did you know me that you are calling me small?
Small boys. They want to
You
be
don't
like
know me
Koinonia.
now. You have never seen me. You have never even seen my ministry. You have never known anything about me. You are telling me small.
We put your information.
How much is your ministry worth?
What, Ke?
Yes. How much is your ministry
What's
worth?
my ministry worth? I don't know anything about that. I don't do ministry for what it worth on head.
Oyedepo is worth. Hold on. Let me see. Let me find the picture. Just give me a minute.
Okay, whilst you're doing that, can I ask him the question I want to satisfy, please? I beg. Pastor,
yes, sir.
You said the other time that you heard him from the inner mind and you heard him audibly too.
Yes.
All right, that's been 30 years.
You are correct.
In these 30 years, and recently now you mentioned that your provision comes from people around you or whatsoever, and your job, you denied it. But the question is, has he any day given you in cash, physical? Say, take this for your ministry. Say the truth.
Okay, money been given to me personally for ministry.
Yeah, that's given to you. Yes, in these 30
handed over
years.
to me one by one.
At any time.
Like
in these 30 years.
Maybe somebody
giving you
just come
cash
and meet
to
me.
help you operate. No, the voice that you heard, the person that you heard audibly, means when you can hear someone audibly, means it's physical, as giving you cash, any amount, any day in these 30 years. Say, take this for your ministry, or take this to keep up for yourself, feeding yourself here whilst you're in planet Earth, and take care of your family.
My maker,
as
right?
giving, yes, from a maker. Thank you very much.
Okay. God, nobody can see God. And I've never seen one-on-one. I told you I heard him talking to me. So, and people that heard him talking to them have approached me before and gave me money. Some have even bought land for our ministry to be doing program.
The same drill.
Yeah, depending. Yeah, depending. Guys, this is why we need to carry on having this kind. Wait, existence. Hold on. This is why we need to. Wait, hold on, guys, gentlemen, please. This is the reason why we need to carry on having these conversations, because these people are taking advantage of the belief of the people. They're taking advantage of the people that are under their, I don't know, ministry, whoever the people are that are listening to them. So, Pastor Oyedepo is estimated is estimated to be worth 150 to 200 million. Adeboye is estimated his worth is estimated 39 million to 100 million according to Forbes. This is why I asked you. Right? How much is your ministry worth?
For now, I can't tell you anything about how much my ministry worth. Because I don't think that
earlier,
I can quantify. I don't quantify my ministry with money. I don't quantify it with money. So, and I can never leverage it on wealth or richness or money, whatever. It's not a money-making ministry. It's a platform that I can express the representative of God lifestyle. So on earth, and which I'm doing every time I have opportunity to meet people.
You are
So
what?
when
Represent. Wait,
I'm
hold on.
giving
You are
them-
representing God's lifestyle on earth. God's
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Baba, God lifestyle.
Yeah, that is what is called godliness.
God's lifestyle on the earth. Look
Yes,
at you.
godliness. That's godliness. If you don't know the meaning of God lifestyle, it's godliness.
Where is this your ministry?
Because-
Where's your ministry?
I'm right now in Abuja.
You have your ministry in Abuja.
Yes, and in Lagos and in Kwara.
So why don't you have a set place where you go and do your thing? Why don't you have a church?
Because God has not told me to start a church.
30 years you've been working with this
no,
God. He
what
hasn't
I'm
told you.
doing is what I told you. So I don't have a church.
Pastor, please repeat what you just said. You said you have church, or you have what in Kwara and where again?
I say I have ministry. Ministry
Okay.
is different from church.
Okay, you have ministry in Kwara and
Yes, I do ministry in
see,
Kwara
please.
State, Ilorin, capital of Kwara,
Please, see, ma.
in Lagos,
See, okay, hold
and
on,
here
Pastor.
in Abuja.
Hold on, Pastor. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Man, see, this is what this man do. You know, this man goes to different city, gather people, take their money, you know, and
Don't say what you don't know.
No,
Please
wait
don't say
now,
what
wait,
you don't know,
please.
so that
You've been
what you
talking.
don't want to
Oh,
happen
no,
to
no,
you
no.
will not happen to you.
No,
Please don't say what
nothing
you
will happen to me. Nothing
No.
will happen to me. I am
Excuse me.
telling
No,
you
I
what
don't
you are
just
doing.
say.
Wait,
Don't say what.
Pastor,
Don't just say what you
Pastor,
don't know.
no, Pastor, behave yourself. Don't,
It's you that you behave
No,
yourself.
leave
We are
him.
not arguing
Leave him,
here.
please.
We are not abusing
Don't
ourselves.
come
You are
with
saying
those
something that
kind
is
of
not
threats.
reality.
No.
No,
It's not
Don't say,
threatening.
can you hold
You
on?
said, were you there?
Pastor, please, can you hold on? Can you hold on? If the man, Stoic, if he says something and it's not correct or not accurate, it's okay to, stop him and say, no, that's not true. But to say to him, don't say that before something, what did you say? What was it he said even? Something
know
that
this
you
is
don't know will
That
happen
is the
to you
technique
or
they used to
something. What is this
that
now?
is- No, it's okay, ma. It's okay. Leave him. I
No,
can
it's
take
not
that,
okay.
you know.
It's not okay.
No, it's okay. It doesn't.
It's
It
not
doesn't.
okay. We can
It
question these
doesn't.
things.
Yeah. But I just want to tell you what because you are the one who is giving him the platform to lie and lie. This man said he is a graduate and he can't even put his thoughts together. This is not a
Please, you
speech of
can
somebody
DM
who is
me to
educated.
see my qualifications.
No.
Just DM me.
I don't.
I will
No,
send you
I
my
will not.
qualifications.
I
And I
will
will
not.
send
You
you every
bought it.
details you want to know.
You
If you want to
bought
meet
it,
me
I tell
one-on-one,
you.
I will be available for you.
You bought it. You don't sound like somebody who went 6 years university. You don't have that.
Hey, no,
You
if I don't sign,
No,
why
no.
will you quantify somebody's
Yeah.
ministry to be money gathering ministry? That he
It's
just
not
went
demonic. I
about
did not
gathering
tell
people
you
and
say
gather money.
demonic.
That word
This
is
what
too
you
much
do.
for your
You-
mouth.
All ministries
come on.
are money gathering ministries. All
Sir, you
churches
go
are
to some-
money gathering churches.
That's what you believe.
It's not
That's
a
why
matter
I
of
said
belief.
I
It's not a
don't
matter
want
of
to query
belief.
what you believe.
You're
Ma,
not.
let me
You're
tell
not
this man what he
working. You're
does.
not working.
You go to different cities, you gather these people, these gullible people who cannot think for themselves, take their money and put this money in your bank account. And by tomorrow, you will go to one city, buy a hospital, demolish it, build a church, and be praying for healing for these people. This is what you are doing. I know that, and you know that. You know, me and you know
Okay,
that.
since you are boldly claiming that I did that,
Yes, I know.
just let me just
Okay,
take you by your own. That's your
can
own
I
opinion.
say to
But
Story?
I don't do that. But I don't need to just be arguing with you on what I don't do. Don't worry about that one.
Let's not say that that's what he's doing for real, because
So that's just your
it
own
might,
opinion.
I don't know. So let's just be.
I'm being honest. I know. I know.
To be honest,
And
you
I
might
can
know
prove it.
what you know, what you knew. You might know what you
Yeah,
knew. I
it
don't
is true,
dispute
but let
it.
us not conclude that that is what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The,
saying.
Oh,
which
I
Pastor
don't have
Tim,
the
Now,
time to
which
debate
Pastor
that.
Tim
can
here
I
is
before I drop,
not.
can I just give you a word before I drop?
A word of
Go
words.
ahead.
No,
I'll
just
work
just
for
let
you.
me
So
just
you
share
can say
my
what
own
you want
mind.
to.
No. Before you give the word,
But you have been talking now.
Pastor, please, before you give the word, can you
Yes.
prove that God exists?
God is in existence,
Can
and He's
you
the one that
prove it?
created you
Can you prove it?
and I.
If you cannot prove that God exists, then I wouldn't know who you're praying to. And no,
Okay.
I don't want the word
Okay.
from
Now,
a God
let
that
me
doesn't
just tell you
exist.
now. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Can you just imagine that everyone's in the whole earth, in the whole planet Earth, came from nowhere?
No.
Yeah. So definitely you have answered the questions. God exists.
No.
Everyone came
Excuse
from.
me.
That's not good.
Excuse me.
If you
I
come
asked
from
you to
somewhere,
prove.
no.
I asked you to. Oh, existing now.
Sorry.
It's okay. Prove
Okay, let me just hold on my.
Wait,
Let
hold
me
on.
just stop here.
Prove that God exists.
I've
Prove
told you
that
now.
God exists. You haven't told me shit.
Okay.
You
Should
told
I
me
not
I
tell
should
you a
go
word?
into my imagination.
Not
you
even your
use.
imagination.
Oh God!
It's not in your.
Please, mute yourself. So to prove your God,
Let me talk now.
to prove you,
asked
can
me
you
a
let me
question.
speak? I'm speaking. To prove your God, we need our imagination. We need our imagination to imagine that your God exists. So without my imagination, now your God doesn't exist. What are you saying? I said, prove that your God exists. You say, can you imagine? God.
Can I talk now?
Now you can talk. Prove that your God exists, please.
Okay. The proof that I have that God is in existence is that I personally, I have an encounter with Him. I can prove that personally my encounter has told me and has made me know that He, God, is in existence. That's one. And for me to tell you to have the same encounter, which if you said you are ready to have the same encounter, I can promise you will have it between now and tomorrow.
Listen, you were here when I told you. Someone came 3 days ago and told me.
No, just
that,
leave that one.
Can you let
That's
me?
his opinion.
Please let me finish. That one is his opinion. Yours is what? The person came and said, after 3 days, can you let me finish, please? The person said, after 3 days, I'm going to, by force, be a Christian. I am not a Christian yet. And you are busy telling us that if we want this encounter, you haven't even told us what the encounter is. You haven't told us what the encounter is with the thing that you came across. What did you encounter? What was the...
I talk now.
I want to
let
know.
me just talk.
I want to know what was the encounter.
Encounter that I had, I said I want to prove it to you that God is in existence. The same encounter I have.
Tell us about the encounter you had.
I've told you that I had. You are muting me now.
I'm not muting you.
Okay.
Maybe one of the moderators did.
I've told you that the kind of encounter I have is a kind of voice speaking to me personally. And I'm still telling you the same thing, that through this encounter, I know that God is in existence. And I am now putting it to you that the same encounter I have, if you want to know that God is in existence, you will have the same thing. And by the time you have the same thing, you will tell all the people on your platform that this is what happened to me.
So a voice will start speaking inside your head, eh? And this is what you call encounter.
Oh,
What happened to him?
you
Did
dropped
someone
him
remove
or
him?
what?
Did someone remove
I
him?
think he left. He left by himself. He left by himself, and
Did someone remove
anyway,
him?
he's gone. I think he left by himself intentionally. So I have a question for him before, but that is gone.
There is no
So
difference. There's no difference between him and these men up here. Just that these ones, they've been doing it for a very long time.
himself now is only striving. He want to grab his own piece of the cake, and he's so consumed in it, and he's at this stage he's even confused if it's true that is what he's saying after 30 years. And I wanted to tell him, as the way he's preaching to people, to tell him that originally he knew all these things that he's debating with us here now. He knew them, but he's so engrossed, he's soaked inside. He don't know what to do. The way he acts, at the same time, he's confused. He's confused. Don't know what to do. And then he's looking at the vulnerability of the gullibles. He's still believing that they are still what we call it, mugus there. That they are still there. They are still believing. But if true, after 30 years, this same person, I'm 100% sure he knew everything is debating, but he's only trying to defend him, believing that, for example, some of his colleagues will be out there listening, then want to prove that he's still intact and he's doing his job perfectly. There's no normal human being. Let's not go about doing the research and say
It's okay.
the mental
It's
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Hello,
but then
Raskilo.
he knew.
We've got
I wanted to tell him.
Costner Kevin. That's like Kevin Costner, no? Costner Kevin. Hey, fat mother.
Yes, a good evening to everybody.
Good evening. Are you a Christian, Costner?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Okay. How long have you been a Christian?
Okay. I would say for my own conviction, or because we won't say when you were born, that was when you became a Christian. It was when you gained consciousness, like when you became an adult, was able to reason for yourself and the rest. That's when someone can say that, okay, I became a Christian at this point.
Okay, so when did you become a Christian then?
So I would say, I would say from, I think the year 2018, I guess.
Okay, from the year 2018. And how's your Christian walk? How's your Christian walk going? Are you soaring on the heights? Are you flying high with your Christian life, or you have challenges?
Flying in what sense?
I mean, are you doing God's will? Is God happy with you?
Doing God's will.
Mm-hmm.
Is God
Or
happy?
are you struggling with your Christian walk? Mm.
Struggling how?
Have you been able to keep yourself righteous since 2018? Is it 2018 or 2017? You said. Have you been righteous all the way, or you've had some? You've stumbled along the road.
Stumbling is a normal thing for everyone.
Okay, stumbling is normal.
Being a Christian or not a Christian.
Okay.
Yes. So
right now, would you say
okay.
you're standing upright, or are you stumbling right now?
Standing upright or stumbling?
Yeah, right now.
I would say, as a Christian or as a human being in general, you're becoming a Christian does not mean that you automatically become a superhero or a supernatural being that does not face challenges, that does not encounter things in life and the rest of them. You get, so that's just basically it.
So becoming a Christian is not guaranteed that you would live an upright life.
You will live an upright life as a human being because it's more like morals. You get, it's more like morals, knowing that, okay, I can't just move and say I want to kill somebody, or you as a person, you won't just come out and be like, okay, I want to steal this thing from this person. You get? Are you with me?
Okay. So if Jesus comes now, will you be going with him?
If Jesus comes now, will you be going with him? You can't decide that on your own because you are not the judge. Right?
You've been a Christian since 2018. Your Christianity has to be worth something now. If at this stage you cannot even say, if Jesus comes, you're going with him, then what's the use? You're just wasting your time.
You said if you cannot say that, what?
For the number of years that you have been worshiping this Jesus,
yeah,
you're still not guaranteed. You're still not sure that you will go with Jesus when he comes. So, of what use is this Christianity to you? Of what use is it to you when you can't even stay upright? You can't even say for certain, if Jesus comes, sure banker, I'm going with him. No doubt.
Well, that's between I and myself, you get. Why I'm saying this is because some people believe that being a Christian means, okay, you won't find sin in you, you won't find this in you, you won't find that in you. And it was not even, I think according to the scripture, when Jesus was speaking, he said he did not promise you that the road will be smooth or you won't face challenges, which is normal with every human being on earth. You will definitely meet these things along the line. But the promise there is an expected end.
Kevin, can you quote?
But you don't have the expected end now. He said the promise is an expected end. And I just asked you, if Jesus comes now, will you be going with him? You said somebody else is going to be the ultimate one determining that. So what expected end?
I said I'm not the judge.
So that means if you are not the judge, then you don't have an expected end. You have an unexpected end.
Can I speak now?
You have an unexpected end.
Can I speak?
Listen, are you listening to me? I am telling you, you don't have an expected end. What you have is an unexpected end because you're not sure.
I disagree with that. Can I speak?
What do you disagree? What do you disagree with? You just told us that somebody else is doing the judging.
Yes, because we are not the judges now, right? And you say you are not a Christian, so
So what?
So
So what?
to
I'm
be
trying to find out. Okay, so I am not a Christian. You are a Christian. I am
Okay.
trying to determine what benefit this your Christianity is. Of what benefit is it to you? How is it helping you? How is it, even here on this earth, whether there's an afterlife, how is it benefiting you? I hear nothing.
How is
looks
it
like
benefiting you on
it looks
earth?
like yes,
What
yes, we
are the
can hear you,
benefits?
Fat Mother.
Sorry,
Well,
can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, let me just say just very quickly that
It's gone
there
quiet
has to
now.
be
I don't know
a
if it's just
difference.
me.
There has to be a difference between you, who's a Christian, and those who are not Christians.
okay,
But
I'm
I
asking,
don't see it.
what difference, excuse me, what difference are you looking at, if I may ask?
At least assurance of heaven. A firm assurance of heaven.
A firm assurance of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that I believe that if we look our righteousness as more like a daily routine, that okay, I won't speak bad of someone, maybe accuse someone wrongly, steal from someone, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. You might at some point miss it. And you find yourself doing some of those things or doing other things which are also contrary. You get? So that's why I made that statement that I'm not the judge. You
Okay.
get? I will try my
ask
best.
your question.
I will try my best to live right. You get? Because
You are not living right, my guy. You are not living right. You have been stumbling across the way. Your God has made it in such a way that the bar is set so high. In your book, it says that the path that leads to destruction is very broad, but the path that leads to eternal life is very narrow. So already this your Christian race has already been designed to make it extra hard for you guys. So whether you like it or not, you're already fighting a lost cause from the jump, because that bar is set so high. Your God says your righteousness are like filthy rags before me. So even on your cleanest day, you are as dirty and filthy as anything. And I'm saying all of this. I'm saying all of this to hopefully challenge you, right? That this belief system that you think that you have, what sort of salvation is it giving you? You're not sure. You're not sure of anything in this ideology. Every day you live in fear. Your religion tells you to work out your salvation in fear and trembling. That's no way to live life. That's no way to, go every day living in fear of what?
And who said living in fear or trembling? What I'm saying is this.
No, your book says you should work out your salvation in fear and trembling. You need to work it out.
Okay. Do we need to go into the scriptures now? Like, let's break
Let
down.
Fat Mother ask a question. She has a question.
You said? Okay,
Fat Mother has a question.
Thank you. At least at this point, Kostner, I'm sorry. With all the questions you've been asked, everything you've said, there's no difference between you and a heathen. As in, you can't. you're literally you're how am I, if they put you and me
Fat mother, you're cutting
right
in.
on the
Fat mother,
stage?
you're cutting in and out. Your
Sorry.
mic is going in and out.
Is it better now?
Just carry on, I'll tell you.
Okay. You and I on the stage, and then they delve into our lives. How are they going to know that you're the difference between you and I, outside of, let's say, the fact that you go to church and I don't? What's going
Can you hear her?
Cosna, did you hear my question?
No, you keep cutting in and out.
Yeah, sorry.
You went quiet for
I'm
some
so
time.
sorry.
That's fast network.
Okay. I was asking, when they put you, Costner, and I on a stage, and they do a recount of our life, what do you think the difference would be? What is going to differentiate you as a Christian from me? Did you hear my question?
Yes, I heard your question. And the basic difference between putting us on a stage, I believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, the death and resurrection, his crucifixion.
That's not the. As we are alive today, just today, this evening, if they carry you and they carry me and they put both of us on the stage, and they, apart from the fact that you go to church and you read the Bible, what is the difference between you and I?
I don't know what you do. I don't know your life records or the rest.
What differentiates you, apart from the fact that you believe in Christ?
That's what I'm saying.
She's
being.
basically saying, what's so special about you? Just because you believe in a God and she doesn't. What's so special about you?
What should be special about me? I'm a human being created by God, the same way everyone was created by God.
Fat mother, am I right?
All right, please, if you will spare me, I have just a question for him too, please.
Because, no, I'm sorry, Christian, the question I'm asking is very important. And it says, let your light shine before men, so they may see your good works and praise your Father in heaven. So the Bible has a stipulation for you, make your Christianity shine through your life. But in everything that you've said, you say that you're more. When you gave examples of your moral standard, you said it is Christian. That's the reason why you know not to unalive somebody or know not to steal people. I don't steal from anybody. And I don't need Christianity to give me that moral standard. I'm not going to like if it's done to me to offer people. Do you understand? I want to know what the point of your Christianity serving a God, because you don't know if you're going to go to heaven or hell. Neither do I. You don't even know if it exists. You make the assumption that it exists. You. Because you're a Christian. How are you different from me?
You keep going on and off, and I can't get your question straight.
I said,
all right, please, okay?
Hear me now. Am I audible?
Let me clarify the question, right?
Kostner, you read the Bible, and the Bible tells you don't steal, don't unalive, and all of that. What Fat Mother is saying is that she doesn't read your book, but she doesn't unalive people. She doesn't steal from anyone. So what makes you so special? Because she doesn't have a book, but you rely on a book. If I've got it correctly, Fat Mother.
What is the difference between you that is a Christian and the one who is not a Christian?
Yes.
How was your Christian work? How do you think benefited you?
Oh, yes, exactly.
That basically benefited me in many ways. Many ways. I think there was a time something happened to me in school some years back. And I think at that time, I made a statement about someone. I think basically we just, we were writing an exam. Then it was, I think, a CBT exam. Yeah, it was a CBT exam. So we're writing the exams, and someone in another center got caught for impersonation. And then the whole thing, we're just discussing about it because we heard about the news. And then I was just like, this thing, like the guy was not smart, and something that I would have just submitted and turned off the system, stuff like that. So I was just like saying, if I were the one, like, all smart and stuff. And the following day, it happened to me. And then it happened in a way that I could not even do those things I was saying that I would have done if I were to be the one there. And then I heard myself talking to myself, because I take it that, for me, God speaks to everyone, and he speaks to us, or he speaks to me in my own voice, telling me the truth about whatever it is I have done or whatever I'm about to do, if it's good to do it or not. So when it happened to me, the voice just told me, which is, I heard myself saying to myself that it was the same thing that you said yesterday. You were talking down on somebody because you were not in the situation at that point. It was not happening to you. So you felt like you were all smart and the rest. But now that it has happened to you, how far you get? So along the line, to cut the whole story short, I was taken to the HOD. They checked my name to verify if I was a student first, then straight to the security. Then from there, like the whole thing was just going all fast that I would be persecuted for my actions and the rest. So I pleaded with the people, like the security man. Then I think the malpractice boss, I guess. I don't know his position then, but he was the one that
Hold on.
they took me for. So I'm still talking now.
Sorry, Kevin, the way you speak is a bit tedious because you speak a bit too slow. Let me try and summarize your story up if I get what you're saying. So some practice, right, which is insincere, which is not very godly, and the person was caught, and you were bragging, and you committed, pleaded, and then you got away with the crime that you committed, and that is how you know that God has been good to you, or
no, that's where you are getting it all wrong. I've not finished. So
Can you
I did
speak a
not
bit
get away
faster
with
and so
any
we
crime.
know? Yeah, so hurry up.
Okay. I did not get away with any crime. I literally
Costner,
went
I
there.
thought, Costner, I thought you were gonna say something like you were born blind and you heard the voice of God, saying eyes open, and you started seeing, or you, you lost a limb and the limb grew back. So God is now
Right.
intervening in examinations. God is now an invigilator. Is this what you reduce your God to? That's the type of encounter you had?
You understand how
That's what you are saying. Huh? Listen to me. That's what you are saying, right? Now, I'm not even talking about the examination or what happened. Can you allow me finish? There are many other things that has happened in my life.
So why didn't you choose the ones that are better, not this one? This is weak. It doesn't even make sense. Why is God interfering on something that's happening in a high school somewhere?
You know what?
There's people
Sometimes,
in
huh?
hospitals. There's people in hospitals with cancer, right? There's people with cancer. There's people who are born without limbs. There's people who really need God to show their face. But you're up here telling us that God intervened over your exam.
Okay, listen to me. Something happened with my younger brother, right?
So it's a division that is impossible.
Can I say something? Listen, what you are saying is just an exam, right? Now, the lesson I learned from that was the mercy of God. The fact that I found myself in that situation as at that time, with my all worldly character and the rest. But God came in between because I was not the one financing my
No, you need to
education.
think that it was God because you heard yourself talking to yourself. You heard your own voice talking to you. So you need to prove to us that it was God using your voice to speak to you.
Then you have to be calm.
No, it's not about being calm because what you're saying doesn't make sense.
How does it not make sense?
Over 100 people are here trying to understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me? Can somebody hear me from there?
And what if it was the devil talking to you? Because clearly you were doing something dishonest.
Did you allow me
What
finish
if it was the devil
what I was
talking to
saying?
you? Okay, make it easy. Because
Did
there are
you
other people
allow
here
me
that
to
need to
finish what I
speak.
was
So
saying?
please
You
hurry
need
up.
to,
with
you,
your
need to,
story.
you need to round up, please. Land your plane.
Please, can somebody hear me from there?
Can you hold on, please? Let Costner finish his story.
Okay, no problem.
So the whole thing was that I went to the man and then they refused listening to me. You get, even at that point where I was kind of even pleading if I can maybe pay off for the stuff, but they said no. And then I left.
Please
Just with my
summarize this.
saying I might be expelled from the school and the rest. So after some time, the man that caught me then later called me when he had already said that he won't have anything to do with it. Like I should just go and face my fate and the rest. So he called me back, making a statement that he does not know why he wants to help me. You get? And with that kind of word, this was after I went into prayers begging for forgiveness. You get? So that was when the man called me back and was saying he does not know why he's doing what he's doing or why he wants to help me in that situation. You get? So, cut the long story short, I was later not expelled from the school. That was saving me from
This is literally
my dad and the rest of
You
them.
called it.
Now,
you called it.
What?
All right, please, let me help here.
What I said,
Costner,
and
I say so because I had a similar experience with you, and I will not want us to go into that. But just want to ask this, please.
1 second, please. Because I don't like when people like this come up here and talk to us like we're a bunch of dummies. You literally commented, which is a dishonest thing. as somebody who's a Christian, who's supposed to be Christ-like, whose light is supposed to shine for the world to see the goodness of nation fraud, and because you got forgiven, you claim is God. Is this what God is doing with his time? No, please. At this point,
Mind you,
because you're an
when this
embarrassment.
thing happens,
that your God is corrupt.
I need you to
Oh,
stop
God.
talking. Every time people like you come out to speak about what God has done for you, is you doing some fucking shit, and then God said, forgiving you. That's how you talk about God's mercy. Where's God's mercy when your children unaliving from cancer? Where's God's mercy when children are being unalived? Where's God's mercy when children are being knocked down by cars? Where's his mercy then? For some,
Hey, Pat, can I ask you a question? I want to ask you, Pat. What?
Jafar, hold on. For some reason, your God always seems to have.
Please, I want to ask this guy one question before. Please, I want to ask that guy one question.
Please,
You see that?
Can I please finish?
You guys are muting me, or what?
Can I please finish? Guys, because this shit is so
I just
annoying.
want to help clarify this because I had a similar.
Yeah, Pat, I want to know from you. What does it mean? What does it mean to be a manipulator?
Why am I being interrupted, man? Like, just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna finish. Again, like I was saying, for you useless entities that keep going around and always doing the most heinous shit, and then you do it and then you get away with it because we is God. Why is your God not helping the people who need it the most? That's children who are innocent. You come here and to prove that your God exists is a story about you doing some foolish shit and getting away with it. Do you know how stupid you sound?
well, actually, that's what you think, right? But what I'm trying to say is that at that point in time in my life, listen to me. At that point in time in my life, right?
Hear what you're trying to say.
Listen to me. What I could get from it was a lesson. You get
I'm not gonna listen
to me.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Listen. Now, what I could get from
You
that,
just shut up so other people.
it's a lesson to me.
Kevin,
You
Kevin,
get. I'm not justifying the fact.
you're
Listen to
going-
me.
you're
I'm not
going-
justifying the fact that I was found in that.
Mr. Kevin, have you heard from
You
God
need to
before?
shut
Mr.
up
Kevin,
so other
Mr. Kevin, have you heard from God before?
Listen to me. I'm not going to be
Mr.
going
Kevin,
back.
Mr. Kevin, I'm asking you a question. Have you heard from God before? Mr. Kevin, have you heard from God before? Have God spoken to you before? I'm just asking you a question. You're not replying.
They muted me. Now, listen. Hearing from God is not like
I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
Yes,
have
I
you heard
have.
from
Yes,
God before?
I have.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I
want
have,
to ask
and
you. Okay. I want to ask you another question. What kind of language did God use when you were communicating with Him?
He does not use a special language. Listen to me.
What
Now,
kind of language?
when-
What kind? I asked you that question. What kind of? Is it Igbo? Is it
Oga, he
English?
does not
Is it
use-
Russian?
He uses a.
What?
You still meeting me? What's the problem?
Yeah. He used what?
He uses a language that you understand. What are you saying?
Don't
Oh, man,
mute
you
him.
are-
Don't mute him if he's responding. He's responding to the question being asked.
Okay.
Don't mute him.
Now,
No,
that's basically
guys,
one of the
guys,
incidents.
please don't
Listen to
mute
me.
him.
That's basically one of the incidents that happened to me. You get. Now, there's something that happened not between self. It happened to my younger brother. We were out fetching water on an evening.
Kind of language did God use when He was talking to you? What kind of language did He use?
That's what I'm saying. He spoke to me in a language that I
I said,
understand.
what kind
which
of
is
language did He use when
English
He
language.
was talking with you? Is it French?
English.
Is it Latin?
No.
Is it
God
English?
spoke English. It's English.
Bro,
It's a white
you
man.
guys are deceiving people. See, let me tell you, when I was assigned Nigeria, listen. When I was assigned, I am very angry. Yes, after the white men slaved our ancestors, they killed more than where were God when they killed more than 22 million Congolese. Where were God when they killed more than 6 million Africans? We were God. Oga, see, there is something you guys should stop, because the white, you will come up here seeing us as kids, having the mind and the boldness to be talking shit to us. I asked you a simple question, and you cannot go straight to answer the question. So
I answered your question now. Did I not just answer your question?
I said, what kind of language
Since your network is
did that your useless God?
He said God speaks
You
English.
did not. You didn't tell me the language
I
that
said
he
it.
used when he was talking to you. When I was in Dubai, I was listen. It is your kind, and I'll beat you. When I was in Dubai, that he was, you guys, and it is high time you people should stop this nonsense. I asked you question, and you cannot even answer the question straight. Simple question. One question that I asked, I said, what kind of language? Okay, let me ask you another one.
Your
Have you seen
network.
God
I
before?
answered your question just now. It seems it's your network.
It's okay. Let's move on. If you cannot answer the question, you can't answer it. Let's move on.
But I literally answered.
Off from here. Fuck off. I'm off.
You hear me?
Who's saying fuck off?
Stupid people. I'm telling that stupid guy that was talking down nonsense, that is still talking down nonsense, because they are the people, they are the reason why we are still in poverty in this Africa. A pastor will come up and tell you that.
Let me ask you a question. Baba,
ask me.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you explain the tire of a car, right?
Hey, tire of a car, okay.
Wait.
I'm saying
It's
something.
okay.
I don't like all
Just
this.
let him. No, go on. Tire of a car.
How do you explain a car hitting someone, right? And then the tire of the car rolling over the waist, right, of that person. And then after X-rays were done and all checkups were done, there was no crack on the person's bone or any sort of injuries or the rest.
Okay. I don't believe in friction. I believe in reality. Real things that is fact. Okay. Can you call that person up? That person that thing happened to. Can you call that person up here so that that person can explain himself?
I wish the person.
Do you know the person's name? Wait. You asked me a question. You asked me a question, and I'm asking you a question back. Do you know the person that thing happened to? Do you really know the person? Yeah?
It happened right in my front.
Wait. Do you know the person? Do you know the name of the person? Do you know where the person is staying? Do you know the family of the person?
Don't need to go far. The person is my younger brother. I was the one carrying him in the wheelbarrow when we were going
now
to
it's your younger brother.
Wait, madam, I'm coming. Can you give us a
Excuse me, everyone, please hold on. Everyone, please hold on.
Can you explain that? I asked you a question first, right?
Kostner, please hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Now, please.
Let me answer the question.
Please hold on. Please hold on. Kostner, Kevin, did you just say that you were pushing your brother in a wheelbarrow?
Yes.
Were you guys playing?
We were going to fetch water. So coming out from our compound, it's a slopey entrance from the gate. So I just went down with the speed and everything just to go into a bend, and then the car hits the wheelbarrow. I actually saw my brother running away from the car, but I can't even explain how the car later hit him and then climbed his waist. I saw the tires moving over his waist and his belly.
How
It
old
should
was
be
he?
like, that's what I'm saying. It should be like 6, 7 years. Yes, 7 years.
6, 7 years. Okay. So
The
was
story
your
has changed.
wait?
The story has changed because initially he just asked the question about a car running over somebody's waist, and then
Okay.
the story evolved to it was his brother. Then the
Okay.
story evolved to he was in a wheelbarrow and he was running away from the car, and then he saw the wheels go over the. What exactly happened? We don't
That's what
understand.
I'm
I have a car.